evidence of transformation. The author, Kweku Amodate Esquire, coming soon. One man, one mission, one legacy. The journey, the fire, and the truth. The three P's: power, purpose, and patriotism. The story they never expected him to tell. Exhibit A. Ken Ohene Agyapong, Ghana's evidence of transformation. The author, Kweku Amodate Esquire, coming soon. One man, one mission, one legacy. The journey, the fire, and the truth. The three P's: power, purpose, and patriotism. The story they never expected you to tell. Exhibit A: Ken Ohene Agyapong, Ghana's evidence of transformation. The author, Kweku Amo Date Esquire, coming soon. One man, one mission, one legacy. The journey, the fire, and the truth. The three P's: power, purpose, and patriotism. The story they never expected you to tell. Exhibit A: Ken Ohene Agyapong, Ghana's evidence of transformation. The author, Kweku Amo Date Esquire, coming soon. One man, one mission, one legacy. The journey, the fire, and the truth. The three P's: power, purpose, and patriotism. The story they never expected you to tell. Exhibit A. Ken Ohene Agyapong, Ghana's evidence of transformation. The author, Kweku Amo Date Esquire, coming soon. One man, one mission, one legacy. The journey, the fire, and the truth. The three P's: power, purpose, and patriotism. The story they never expected you to tell. Exhibit A. Ken Ohene Agyapong, Ghana's evidence of transformation. The author, Kweku Amo Date Esquire, coming soon. man, one mission, one legacy. The journey, the fire, and the truth. The 3 P's: power, purpose, and patriotism. The story they never expected.
Ohene Agyapong is to motivate us, inspire us when it comes to entrepreneurship and how we can become self-sufficient and have self-confidence to build our own business. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oh, a round of applause for her. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting the from the crowd. Okay, let me see. I see Tusag. Hello, Mr. Tusag. Mr. Engineer, give me your name and then give me your expectations for today.
Okay. My name is Bernard, and I just came here to, let's say, listen to the information, or let's say, information that he has for us.
How many people are here to listen to information? Show by hands. Oh, you're not here to listen to information. It's like you're alone. Oh, you have your counter. Oh, you have some people. Okay. So, beautiful lady mentioned something about entrepreneurship. How many of you are entrepreneurs here? And I mean, kind of entrepreneur. Yeah, no, entrepreneur. How many of you are entrepreneur? No. Then what? Where are you? 1. Oh, let me see by hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you. I have a reason for asking, please. So don't hide. How many of you are entrepreneur? Entrepreneur, not entrepreneur. How many of you are entrepreneur? How many of you are entrepreneur? Please, let me see. Okay. So quickly, I just want to give you the opportunity to tell me what you do. Okay? Are we together? Any opportunity you get, you sell yourself, right? As my boss Jake will tell you. Anywhere you are, you sell yourself. So let me start. Yes. Tell me what you do. You can stand up so that we see you.
Okay, so good morning. My name is Kweku Ajinior, a student in BTech level 300.
One mission
and
one legacy.
I'm an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur that deals in importation and then exportation.
Power.
When it comes to import,
patriotism. The story they never expected you to tell. Exhibit A. Ken Ohene Agyapong, Ghana's evidence of transformation. The author, Kweku Date Esquire, Carmen.
What are the things that I import? I import literally everything, from cars. Okay, so the name is Elite Importation. We say your order is our priority. Some of the colleagues are on my page. Okay, because I have people from Tema Station I import for their slippers, sneakers, and other things. So I take this opportunity to also introduce myself in the school. So I do that whenever I get a free time. So as you can see, this one, I actually imported it in less than 80 cedis. That was when the dollar was around 17 cedis. So just imagine. And they are selling the same thing around 360 cedis in the country, which means it's times 3 or times the whole. Yes, you can just imagine. Yes, so that's what I do. Thank you.
A Round of applause for Mr. Entrepreneur. Importing and exporting all the way from China being your lowest. Hey, I always. He has money. He has money. How many of you are, please, are you single? Hello, 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 are you single? You see, you don't know where you meet your partner. Are you single? Oh, he's single, oh. Ladies.
Photo.
No, this one is not settings. I have single ladies in the house. Let me see the single ladies. Where are the single ladies? Hey, single ladies who like money, raise your hands. You don't like money. You don't like money. Where are the odogus in the house? Where are the odogus in the house? Where are the, oh, I see one odogu there. Please, are you also one of the entrepreneur? Are you noiring? Yo, no. Okay. Over there. Okay, let me come to you. I'll come. There is an odogu there.
Two.
Tell me your name. Tell me what you do. And then you can keep them and etc. Your account details. Just tell the name. You like fine boy. You don't like fine boy. Okay, so tell us something.
So my name is Oswald. Team or a movement that I've created. Okay.
Kasana Mirade. Ose. No, I distort here there no. Okay.
So I introduced it last year and I have some of my friends members here. So this is what we do. We do cyber security. We teach how to hack ethically. Oh, yes. And then we teach other tech talents. So in our group, we have lessons and then everything we are teaching is for free. We don't take you a fee. Everything is free. So we are helping build the technology between Africa and the world. So next, I know by next 2 years we're going to have around 2,000 members. For now, we have 300 and something members counting. And then we have some of our team members in UCC as well. So we are broadening our territory. And we know that one day that is going to be very great. And then we have other projects that we are doing. That's why we keep it. So we have to look for funding as well. So we are building our own AI model. We started already. And then the works offline. Yes, and then we are building our own AI model. And it's working. And we are on it. And we are doing good stuff. So we are here to help. And then once we have it, our brothers
A round of applause for him. All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I actually have fun doing this with you. I'm sure we're gonna.
What is sound? Aha, I bet it's starting to know what pick it. Why?
Thank you very much. My name is Assin.
Okay.
Yamama Kwaba de Ba Oman 107.1 FM so. And I have a PMO Accra Technical University. Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong. And only Accra Technical University students now. Eba to train and Komona Mujuma Diabia. Yatu this a Tech Eminence Summit and Exhibition. Tech Eminence Summit and Exhibition and it's that's where empowering innovation and creativity, showcasing skills for a sustainable future. And no honorable Ken Agyapong, school for any university at Safreno as a keynote speaker. Sir, on it, school for most of poemu, I'm not to train comma. Then the name the end is Hunu, and then I dream a done it cinema or they are born a Brian businesses for a long time, you know. On man on this school for my meche. As I say, a mabuna was school me. A mabuna Ghana dachi omo and a show myself. And all the time and say some mabuni unyamwa. Who here openia na adwuma bo as a business person. No more churching come on. Na omo who and niema ekoso ewo the business world. Said about mo super bontia on betimi anya bi na de abo mo bra. Enti eba be pie mo Accra Technical University. Auditorium no abo emabe background notice say school for no na omo sijama ewo chiro ho no. They are all poised to welcome Honorable Ken Agyapong into the auditorium. Obaha enipa bebre na eniji sem say who technical university students are most of them no technically inclined omo ba bontia bebre na yo mo san adwuma and bebre na so yo mo amusua enioma especially industries enti say school for the omudwuma yes Tech Eminence Summit and Exhibition empowering innovation and creativity, showcasing skills for a sustainable future. Now, it's honorable Ken Agyapong who for Obia, not just as a opera sign for Kromotie, a popo. It's in school for you don't say Afro honorable Ken Agyapong, I church for school for Empo. I'm not doing students who some are coming from University of Ghana and other university, but they want to also take advantage of this summit. Say, honorable Ken Agyapong, almost no ebeba ababetie asemwa one school for the babechawa na obunyina so anya homfa so. Enti ene 17th June 2025. And no na honorable Ken ni birthday. Enti em say birthday gift on one gasa so birthday babeche school for any nimdia or the eba ababe church romo. And in niama school for no so o ma bra bo ma na so mo da chen so no ebetimi asi ya momo eno ho enkomo enene ye twetwe e wa hana Mr. Aka the general manager lawyer Koku Amodate ma me lawyer ni nkomo emfa sa program ho na menje lawyer adwen enhwe de ene ono so se de ohu sa summit ye lawyer mo akwaba de ba o man FM
ya me no na ho te say yo
ya me ado mo ko na so
nyame so no okron anonyam kase anu ni kabia enka twedi ampo
yeda nyame ase
wa ye no eye papa
ena ya be pie mu Accra Technical University school for no aton safre honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong eye omo Tech Eminence Summit and Exhibition no ana ye edi hu nkomo ene lawyer Juma de ise na hu no oba be ewura mu impression so far
so good. I am say I have a very great, wonderful impression of the gathering. You drew no pa, you buy no na I had already no nipa no door, so students are already on my gather momentum. They are looking forward to seeing and hearing from Honorable Agyapong Agyapong, Honorable Ken. What I say, enti na a school for no one more bus. Say no, the hall is almost full. Yeah, young boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Looking forward to hear the voice of Honorable Ken, the philanthropist, the politician, and the entrepreneur. It's a because we are saying there's all school. Let's say Accra Technical University. That means technology is your friend, innovation is in your bosoms, creativity is also mama, and inventions also ewo utrimu, and therefore no omu here obia wa fasa ekwan so pen obia wa ye bi a pen na owo examples na owo case studies. Na our best practice. Na our best breed. Na other year and seminar hall at the chair warm. Send a beya almost to be who acquire fast to be a Jumani, no, and therefore, no, and was a yes, so the same thing. And Nuntino, school for an bar, ya on Betsy, Honorable Ken. Now, on one who acquire fast almost so at the baby, one more Oba. I'm Mr. Honorable Ken was see Oba. Regional secretaries, I'm for Baha, Amodo Manu. Arishemu, Ewo, Adusia, Ombusia anymore. There is one thing learning the theory, and there is one thing putting the theory into practice.
Yes, sanity lawyer. Say, Ubuha was Suan Yamana, Najum Habobe. But I don't be some say, professors do I or Ghana anywhere self and Enina, Omumuahe, and Amuniomo Masuam did school for no, or multimedia beer companies at the manager of businesses. Not just a Nisuanko and an and so uncle. Enti Ubuha, theory in the when team. Oba, obetimi amma Adam Smith book we are seeing from cover to cover. But man business obegu no. And no kire say the honorable Ohene Agyapong they be all can say entrepreneurs are made but they are not born. All the time is all this you and so obetimi aye bibia. And for who say wa go school no kwa na say unko school no. Say wo pepa ne de opesa oya obetimi aye. Enti me gidi say enya theory. And then honorable Ohene Agyapong there, or he believes in the practicality. Or no idea why I'm not here, no, I don't know the better. But you are failure and so on. Udu have a walk or Saha, or for Honor ready, yeah, Obe failure. Honorable Ohene Agyapong, I business mono, but Bianco Brown and Tiatia, no, do have Mikano de Chum. As I said, why, yeah, Yamusia, who the experience about a Juman Yama pass, young creative business. Anyhow, and not just the creation, but how you sustain it and make sure say business is not grown. And no, come on and make sure say honorable Ken say or J microphone or no bedding come on. Once you call central investing or no mudi and come on for entrepreneurship home. Your call kept posting so it was about entrepreneurship and leadership. And then I had they are talking about empowering innovation and creativity, showcasing skills for sustainable future. And then Tech Eminence Summit and Exhibition. So it's your tour. It's about the now no can microphone and someone and never professor the microphone. Then that's what
I'm saying, Assin Nawakano. And then innovations and creativity, technology, etc. And we are saying a group babia yadri. And Luntino Ghana and fire to a pefra. This is a Mabruna, almost your STEM. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. No, Omanya Ejuma Ediaye. And the theory is good, but translating the theory into reality, the practicalization, is what they are going to learn today. They will not teach you in Harvard Business School. They won't teach you in Yale Business School. They will also not teach you in Stanford School of Business, not University of Ghana School of Business, okay, and USC School of Business. These are life skills. And yet, it's based on experience and exposure. ɛna ɔde bɛkyerɛ wɔn mo because Bible say ɛkwan yɛ wura do fa so no ɛyɛ sɛ n'akoa so ɛfa so bie ɛnti wafa kwan no so wɔn the ups and downs wɔn atɛkyɛ sɛ atɛkyɛ wɔm wɔn sɛ nsuo bɛtɔ wɔm wɔn sɛ ahum bɛtu wɔm wɔn sɛ esum bɛtumi aduru nanso ɔbɛkyerɛ how to navigate around all this business and innovation and entrepreneurial challenges are and he's going to give them the road map, he's going to give them the strategy map. Na omo school no omo school so omo hu say enye bibia na wo say wo kọ aban ho say me kọ aban ho akosua me kọ Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Energy, and now me kọ Ministry of Transport Agric. Aban Jaime. This is not the time. They say no honorable chairman of finance say also dey wo sua no wo betimi dey aye bibi vocation ye ensado adwuma wo ye obi a opama dey asua no ye na pam na ye designer wo ye obi a sebe wo ye tiri a sua no ye na say tiri so sika wom enu ntino it is not all about book or Ariris contemporary. It's about translating the Ariris contemporary no to muma yenye yemfamo brand sadwin sakra enye visible that they wo yere so no enye usable enye useful na ehom manfa so ema wo ankasa wo ho wa busuafo o community anyone by Ghana and ewiase nyina enti ene de em say it will be a very interesting and people are poised among for are poised to learn and also to build our vision now use innovations, entrepreneurship, creativity out as here to translate what they have learned theoretically no now they are born enti as a miracle you beka samo me da sipi
say wo hwa edru every say school for back school na owo be wie na most of the times no school for no masua there but oba be wie school na ya adwendwen because ono kasa no adobesua no ni do wie school for akwa ofie it is a graduate no oye national service wie say na watcho application letters no aye CVs no the nam no distributors but you distribute CVs in probably about 500 near friend that but this is the time say Ghana edia abeka educational curriculum no say obe yes you upon one as a CMO top entrepreneurs which is Honorable Ohene Agyapong ni organize forum ni summit bi ni sani ma we di momo na ya momo graduate encheche bia ebetimi abomo na abomo ma omonyomo mo ye nyina abaso a ama we school a wo ni da so bi a ubetimi say school no waba but say wanya company bia I employ immediately together to start something and that is and then no idea school for you know say omo nyina etena se no mutie no mu taking notes na omo tu anamo a me sure say after school no their lives will never be the same.
Yes, their lives will never be the same. Na ya na man for case the sky is the limit, but with this particular submit no mo here no on be free akon obe who say the sky is the beginning. The sky is going to be the beginning because Honorable Agyapong, Honorable Ken, is going to teach them the bolts and nuts of business. The bolts and nuts of business. And the Japanese in the say the yin and yang. The yin and yang of business is what we need in this country. Not just say I got to yes, but now how do you practicalize the air causeway? And that is exactly what we are going to do today. The practicality of life with examples, show and tell. What you say? Odi ose ye oyo. Sana ye here o man mu. O man here say obama amaburu and idaso. And exactly this is what Honorable Ohene Agyapong is doing right now. So odi idaso and idaso pa, not just idaso. And idaso pa nunti ebe ma ye maburu. Now, both males and females, and Abba, ladies and gentlemen, Abba, and Ahaya butu. Yeah, almost two them bosse, Fisa, obi school send me Albert kan no okopa djuma yeso nya djuma da udu resume kwa yesem oh you have 10 years experience but now Honorable Ken is going to tell them say you don't have to go and do any formal job say to build a resume, but what you have learned in school no you can start something on your own. And you have a said no say can you do the job adjuma no betu me aye o say I am betu me aye I don't know that be kire wo no enti emabura mo Ghana nyina no munya arwehemu. This is the manner odwene mu ye die ho. This is the manner odwene adwuma mo baye ho, entrepreneur ho, employment generation ho. And when you get employment you get income. When you get income then you can invest and save. And it's all about savings and investment. And no Ghana atumpon and anya bibia na say government expenditure. The individual expenditure is also critical. The individual investment is also important to kickstart the engine of growth in this country. Ghana ya bre. You depending on abanso ache. And then there was a mabunu no wa school who said me to met me abon me bra. Me to met me majuma. And uti Albert and them say ani age say abaha. And as you are getting ready to hear Honorable Ken and the rest no, I am say atie for abebe to aso. Now I have more interviews. I'm a more and my pa. One man Ghana. The resources of media in terms of human capital, in terms of natural resources, anyhow best we can combine our natural resources, back up with the human capital. Now Emma Ghana, Afan and Tumapa Efra. With the afternoon, Ghana can never be a poor country. Ghana can never fail. And to youth, and Munyani that's all.
Kwaku Amodate Esquire ana wote se ono so ode ne se atujano summary program na eba be shase anisa entimi handle over straight to the MC na on take it over na the better form of habia no so no betie wo man 107.1 FM.
Right. Dr. Sajada, if you are here, Dr. Sajida, if you are also here. It's on her way. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for your time. Time is far gone already, and so we'll quickly zoom into the activities. So this is an initiative from Campus Style. Campus Style is just a small company that started off from Koforidua Technical University, led by Gideon Yao Frempong. He felt that even in the technical universities, there are students who have the whole idea of going into media, and so he decided to start up that little organization right from Koforidua Technical University. Thank you. Having done that, he continued to also discover that even in Ghana we have various award schemes that seek to promote students, but then in so doing we realize that the traditional universities tend to dominate largely, and so he decided that why don't we introduce the Tech Eminence Awards that will seek to appreciate students solely from technical universities. Now out of that, the Tech Eminence Summit and Exhibition was born. And so prior to the awards, he decided we come around various technical universities. Of course, the few who would give us the opportunities, we come to inspire them, and then also to see the good works that they are doing. All this put together come to the reason why we have here gathered today. Today we have with us various dignitaries who would be speaking to us solely on innovation and even how to be an individual who takes care of your own self and not depending on any other organization after here. And so this is the reason we are here gathered. A round of applause for Tech Eminence Awards and Summits. Thank you so much. Right. Thank you very much. we couldn't have done this, we couldn't have done all of this without the support of the Ghana National Union of Technical Students. I must admit, they have been very, very supportive. And so, Mr. President, you and your entourage, thank you so much for making this happen as well. Thank you for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, we will quickly zoom in and then receive the welcome address. If I have the president for Accra Technical University, if you are here. Mr. President from Accra Technical University, thank you very much. A round of applause to help me receive the President of Accra Technical University to welcome us into the school.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning to you all. Hope you are all fine. I'm much grateful to stand in front of you as the SRC President. My name is Abdullah Razak. Let me officially welcome each and everyone to this gathering. First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge the presence of all dignitaries and also the guest speaker, who is Honorable Ohene Agyapong. And thank you. So this program is actually in collaboration with the SRC. So during the Keynote week, we have our celebrations, and we, the SRC, have taken it upon ourselves to also organize a summit to talk about entrepreneurship and also invite people to come and speak to us, knowing that it's not just about academics. We also have to instill some skills into our students. So I officially welcome you all, Akwaba. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, Mr. President. And so I'll try to introduce a few dignitaries who are here with us, and then as and when I get some of the names, I'll do well to introduce the rest. And so thank you, guys. I'll beg with you, please. Okay, thank you. Right, so here with us we have the presence of Honorable Dr. Stephen Amwa, MP for Insaya. So if you are here, thank you very much. Thank you. All right, thank you. We also have with us the MP for Chofohemai, Honorable Ajin Sam, if you are here. Right. We have here with us a former presidential staffer in the person of Honorable Charles Bisu. Honorable Charles Bisu, yes. Thank you. Honorable Catherine Afeku is also here with us, former member of Parliament. Thank you very much. Thank you. And then we have one of our very own Reverend Engineer Glam is also here with us. You can do it better for your own. Right. Thank you. And I'm sure one of the persons that all of you are eager to listen to, one of the persons that all of you are hearing gathered, the presence of our very own Honorable Ken Agyapong. A round of applause for him, please. Thank you so much. All right, guys. And so hold it for me. And so we would proceed by first of all taking a national anthem. And so, Mr. DJ, if you have the anthem ready, we will receive the national anthem, and then we'll take the national anthem, and then thereafter we'll continue with the next line of activities. you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You may have your seat. You may have your seats. And I would want to apologize to the whole Accra Technical University environment for forgetting to introduce your Vice Chancellor, our very own Vice Chancellor. And so please forgive me even as I introduce the Vice Chancellor of Accra Technical University to us in the person of Professor Amevi Akakovi, please. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Let me remind all of us that this event is live on the 2TV, on my FM, Ash FM, and then NAP Radio. We are very much live on the 2TV, on my FM, Ash FM, and then NAP Radio. We'll move in quickly to receiving the very first presentation, and this will be done by one of your own, one of our very own, Reverend Engineer Glenn. A round of applause. Help me receive him, please.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Mr. MC, and to my own Vice Chancellor, Honorable Prof, to the Honorable former Member of Parliament, Honorable Ken Nana Agyapong, to the other Honorable Members of Parliament. I humbly want to take this opportunity to share with you some few thoughts, fellow guests that are here. My name is Glenn Jima, a staff here, and I'm a keen, let me say, I have a strong interest in entrepreneurship. And my entrepreneurship journey started way down the line. You may ask, so how old are you? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But then I had that passion whilst I was growing up. Whilst at the junior secondary school level, I was trading in 4 different activities. I was selling ice water when the sun is hot. When I come back from school and the weather is hot, I'll pick ice water, get into the stations. When the weather is not that hot, I also have another business selling toffees, biscuits, and those things. If you have a box, I'll carry my box straight away to the lorry stations. Early morning, I have my sokodia. Those who come from the Akan part, you know what the sokodia is. It's a chewing stick. I'll quickly have to go around the lorry stations, making them available for people who might have passed the night at the lorry park and are interested of getting something to chew to clean their teeth. So I'll be carrying that one to around, and then early Sunday morning, I go with my shoe shine. So I had the passion of doing something for myself. And in all these, I was studying the seasons, the times, what people need. Then I would make them available. Over time, when I came to school, I'm also a former student here. ATU is my alma mater. So whilst I was here, we were given the opportunity to apply for student loan. The student loan that I was receiving, I was investing it. I was using them in securing equipment that would enable me to start something after school. So fortunately, before I finished, I'd been able to get a whole production line of a pure water production. And then had also registered my company at the Ghana Registrar General's office. So 6 months after school, I bought my first car. Out of the pure water production and then the various business activities that I was engaged in. That did not end there. In the year 2019, when the COVID became quite, like 2019 getting to 2020 thereabouts, when it became intense, when I was on campus, I had a friend. He was also a mechanical engineering student. He majored in refrigeration and air conditioning. I majored in production engineering. And so he called me and said, I've got a thought, and I think you are the person that I need to discuss that with. I said, okay, what is it? He said, I'm thinking of us going into neem farming. Neem tree, that the neem farming. And I said, okay, so what again? Then he said, you know, I'm thinking we could leverage on the neem farming in producing a lot of products that can serve the needs of the people. Particularly looking at the COVID, which people are now saying neem is a very good material that can cure it or maybe can help you overcome them. So I said, okay, fine. Then let's research. So we all started researching. And we came out to realize that with that kind of farming, there are a lot of things we can do out of that. So we further have to look at doing more like a stakeholder mapping. People that matters in that kind of space. What we intend to do, who are the people that we need? We realize we need a chemist, we need a food scientist, we need, let's say, land. So that means we need to partner with somebody. So at the end of the day, we came out with our business plan. And then we engaged the Ghana Forestry Commission. With our business plan, we are not interested of already grown areas. You just allocate a land that has not been planted to us. We'll plant our trees, our neem, because we've already developed our nursery. We'll plant our trees, and then our sole objective of planting the trees is to harvest the seed and the leaves for our products. We will not cut them down. And then we happen to be accepted. So they allocated to us 660 hectares of land at the Fantiakwa North District. That's to start with. So in the year 2020 to 2021, we embarked on cultivation. And that's after 3 years, you start harvesting the seeds. So we need to also put in place the plan to proceed after we've harvested the seed. So as a team, we got on board some people that were also interested. So we began to look into the pressing system of the seed to be able to extract the oil that can be used for a lot of cosmetics products. We can also use them for a lot of agro kind of a product as well. So we quickly arranged for equipment to be purchased from India. It arrived, and by the early 2023, we have installed the equipment. That means ready for production. And so, as you speak, we've been able to produce, we have 3 products now in the market, all of them certified. The organic compost that is purely out of the chaff of the seed. We have a compost that is 100% organic and is in the market, certified by the Plant Protection Agency of Ghana that satisfies everything that goes into the soil. Then with the oil, we've been able to convert it into pesticides, which has also been certified by EPA and is also available in the market. Then the third product is neem shower gel, which we've developed and is also certified by the Food and Drugs Board and is also in the market. Just to mention and to say a little about my background. But for this session, I'm here to let you understand that the issue of entrepreneurship being a luxury or being a type of, let's say, lifestyle or a life or a work that seems to fit some category of people is long gone. It's no more something that fits a class of people or as a level of what? Life. But it's rather a very critical need for each and every one in life. This morning, when we say entrepreneurship, why does it matter? Entrepreneurship matters because where we find ourselves now, as a developing country, the systems aren't so robust enough to make sure that each and every one is covered. And therefore, it is the responsibility of each and every one that will contribute to make sure that we have a much more robust economic system that would create job and help the economy to keep growing. So the era we find ourselves compel us not to be dependent on existing jobs, but rather to think of how best we could create our own jobs and survive with it. Every great nation is built on the back of bold men and women like you guys, who dare to take the risk, who dare to enter into the unknown, who dare to rise up amidst all the situation, who see the gap and would want to fill that gap. Like we all could see Honorable, with all respect, he's a typical example. We all know his entrepreneurial skills, how he's been able to develop systems, set up organizations to employ a lot. If you had to dig down into the motivation for him doing that, you could pinpoint the fact that he saw a gap, he saw a need, and he wanted to fill it. Same if you and I would see that there is a gap, there is a need, and will rise up and fill it, we'll be able to transform our society. We need to transform ideas to bring about industrialization in our day. Ghana cannot and will not prosper if we simply wait for jobs. We must create them. We must create them, and we must create them. It is very satisfying to create a job that you yourself will be excited about than to enter into a job created by somebody. Most of the time, we fail to be accepted in those jobs, but down within us, we are not satisfied. Why don't you rise up and create a job? From agribusiness to tech innovation, from fashion to fintech, the opportunities are boundless, but only for those prepared to act. Our goal is not just to survive in the system, but our goal is to become people who can redesign the system, who can regenerate the system, who can rejuvenate the system to increase its productivity. My entrepreneurship journey, I've made mention them to you. However, I want you to understand that there were many times I failed. I lost a lot of money before. I cried, and I'm still in it. But at all the point that I faced challenges, I did not let the challenges put me down. I got up each time, stronger and wiser, because I wouldn't let that mistake occur to me again. So I will get up stronger and wiser than I used to be. That is an entrepreneurship, not a straight line kind of thing. An entrepreneurship is a learning curve. An entrepreneurship is not a model. An entrepreneurship is what we call a mindset. If you perceive it as a model and the model fails, you fail. But it's a mindset that you need to build so as you be able to navigate through all challenges and all difficulties. Today, I serve as an academia in this institution, but also an investor, a partner in businesses, and have my own business as well. What made the difference is because of vision. If you have a vision and you want to pursue that vision of solving that need, of meeting that situation, I can assure you, you survived. Values is critical. What values are your visions or your actions or your practices sits on? The final thing is value creation. In all, it must create value. Whatever you are doing must come out with a value. Without it, your vision will die. The mindset shift. Let us be clear that skills are important, but skills alone will not make you successful. acquiring skills in this institution is very, very important. But that alone, without a mindset that would be able to pick up the pieces, that would identify opportunities, will pursue gaps and fill them, I can assure you your skills will lie down dormant. You must shift from waiting to creating. You must shift from consuming to producing. And you must shift from complaining to solving problems. The entrepreneurial mindset asks, what problem can I solve today? It doesn't wait for government. I'm not saying government can't help, but let that solution you intend to provide, it must not wait for government. It must not wait for any NGO or any external aid. It looks much more inwardly. All the challenges I've gone through over the years with regard to what I'm able to do, I often look inwardly. What is it that is available? What is it that I can do? How can I use the people around me, things around me, to make that happen? Look inwardly and act outwardly. And I can assure you, you'll be able to transform our society. And also, let me say that to every student listening to me here, your department doesn't define your destiny. Your department, your institution doesn't define you. Understand that. Whatever you are as a student here, either in engineering, business, art, hospitality, or whatever, they are just a means to enable you discover yourself. And so there is a real entrepreneurial person in you that would be able to transform you and can redefine who you are. And so that is still awaiting for those who haven't discovered it yet. They are still awaiting in you to emerge. The principle for sustainability, because we also need to sustain them. Sustainability is not just about the environment as it's been perceived of late, but it's more of resilience, it's more of relevance, and it's more of responsibility. When we talk of resilience, we are talking about ability for you not to be knocked down. You bounce back, come what may. No matter the situation, you rise up again and you keep fighting. You will never let any no stop you, but you keep pursuing. Relevance, all that you are doing, understand that it is important, and that is enough fuel in you to keep you moving every now and then act responsibly. And then I can assure you, you will be sustainable. The 5 pillars that I want to leave with you: start small, but think big. Start small from wherever you are, whatever you are doing. Start at that point, but have a vision. Have a vision. Think big. Second thing I want you to understand is solve real problems. Let your vision meet societal needs. Problems others are unable to solve. Let that passion drive you to provide solution to those things. Again, learn, unlearn, and relearn. You are students, so you understand this. Learn things you don't know. Unlearn the very things that are not helping you. And relearn the very things that you discover every now and then. Build ethical businesses. Let your businesses be ethical. Let them be void of destroying mankind, destroying the environment. And let it be something that will be worth, or you yourself will be proud of. Finally, scaled with strategy. Don't just hustle around. Have a plan. Have a plan. Don't just be busy all around. Have a plan. Be time conscious. Document everything. Evaluate. When you demand automation, automate them. For those who might have been in the system for a while, don't be afraid of technology. Use technology to make your work easier, and that will bring in high productivity. And where necessary, delegate. Delegate. These principles would separate the hustler from the visionary. The temporal, right, okay. The temporal from the transformative person. The role of the institution you find yourself within 2-3 minutes, I should be out of this place. Your university is just a place of instruction. It is a launching pad. Leverage on this institution to build appropriate networks. Leverage on this institution to have proper connections. Attend other programs such as this to be able to develop yourself, and then understand the entire framework that you want to enter. And I can assure you, if for nothing, people will remember you someday and connect you on some other opportunities. Some may also end up being funders of your activity, customers of your products, and co-founders of whatever you intend to do. Challenges. Before I end, I leave you with these few challenges. Within the 6 months ahead of us, identify something to do. Commit yourself to do it. See through that you do it. And see after the end of the 6 months, the result wouldn't be something that, if for nothing, you'll be able to learn something that will make you wiser as you move forward. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, the future is not waiting. The future is watching all of us. It's waiting, but it's watching all of us. What you do today really affects your family, will affect your community, and will affect your nation. You are not too young to start. Ghana is waiting for the next generation of thinkers, doers, and dreamers. And they are sitting right in this auditorium, and you are one. I believed in your potential. Know that time is of essence, and so the earlier you act, the better it will be for us. May God bless you, and enjoy the continued program.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A few things that I took away from Reverend is that we should get into the mood of producing more than consuming more. You produce more than you consume more. That is one tip that I took from Reverend. So thank you very much, Reverend. A round of applause for Reverend once again. Thank you. Next in line, we would have a presentation by the President of the Ghana National Union of Technical Students. But before he joins us here, I would want to introduce a few people to us, a few student leaders, of course. So we have with us here the Coordinating Secretary for the Ghana National Union of Technical Students, Honorable Said Zakaria. If you are here, give us a wave. Thank you. Yes, Honorable Said Zakaria is here. The General Secretary in the person of Anastasia Amaki. Thank you. Thank you, Anastasia. Research and Education Officer for GNUTS, Emmanuel Ekufo. And then the Public Relations Officer in the person of Honorable Mustafa Abdul Basit. Then we have with us here the NUCS Secretary for Education, Gabriel Appiah. And then Honorable Joshua Tete, who is the former GNUTS Coordinating Secretary, also with us here, Honorable Joshua Tete, and the former National President for GNUTS as well, Honorable Ahmed Osei. Thank you. And so, ladies and gentlemen, with a bigger round of applause, help me receive the presence of His Excellency Yahuza Abubakar Al-Hassan, who happens to be the President of the Ghana National Union of Technical Students, to give us a very short address.
Thank you very much, Honorable Moderator. Good morning to us all. Prof. VC, Honorable Members of Parliament, Dr. Sajida, CEO of Student Loan Trust Fund, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Members present here, thank you for the opportunity. First of all, I would like to acknowledge the unity I see here. friends from other technical universities are all here. I can see students from Koforidua Technical University, Tekrade Technical University. I can see Kumasi Technical University, Sunyani Technical University. That's a good sign of unity. Thank you very much. We are privileged this afternoon to have in our midst the presence of industry key players here who are into entrepreneurship and innovation of technology and other advancements. First of all, why are you here? This is a question to my fellow members here. Why are you here? Do you find yourself here in Technical University by chance, by merit, or it was a last on your priority list? You are not here because you are here. You are here for a purpose. This is the Technical University. We are privileged to be in the fourth industrial revolution, where success of every economy thrives on technology and innovations. We are here to make a change. We are here to show that we can do it with just a help of startup, push-up, mentoring from other industry key players and all that. This afternoon, I wouldn't want to bear you with much speech, but as a former council member, I want to hear the sweet melody from the gourmet. Thank you very much. We found ourselves in a situation where it's more or less like impossible to create something new. All we have to do is to, innovate. Keep on improving on the already existing inventions being created, systems, process, and all that. This is an economy where we focus more on human resource activities, which is also a key. But then the technological advancement, the innovations which the country will thrive more on have been neglected to one side. TVET has been, tagged with a perception that, sorry to say, TVET is very bad. When we are to show our WASI results here, most of us here are very, very good students. But we have the perception that I want, first of all, from our own inners, we want to remove that perception from us. That's not true. We are good students, but this is the tangent we chose to make the country a better place to be. So you being here is not just by any chance. You have a purpose, and you are to thrive on the purpose you are having. Thank you very much. I'm grateful.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being informed that we have some executives who joined Honorable Ohene Agyapong over here, so I would want to introduce them. We have with us here Chairman Kwesi Poku, if you are here. Thank you very much, Chairman Kwesi Poku. We have Honorable Akwesi Asante. Honorable Akwesi Asante is also here with us. We have Honorable Stephen Ade. Honorable Stephen Ade with us. And then we also have Honorable Besmark. Honorable Besmark with us over here also. The next set of dignitaries will be introduced to us after we've received the next presentation. And this presentation will be done by the rep from the Students' Loan. A brief background about her. Dr. Sajida holds a doctorate in political science from the University of Ghana. She is also a Master of Science degree in public policy from the University of College London and a Master of Philosophy from the University of Ghana. She is also an organizational development and public policy specialist. She is passionate about social justice issues and women empowerment. Currently, she is serving as the CEO of the Students' Loan Trust Fund. Ladies and gentlemen, help me with a big round of applause to receive the presence of Dr. Sajida. A round of applause for her, please.
Next 7 minutes. That's me. Thank you very much for the introduction. Good morning. distinguished honorables, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, former... Hi, can you hear me? If you are on a platform with such honorable members, you have to give them their flowers. And I am privileged and humbled today to share the stage with such distinguished members. Please, it's late in the day, so permit me to stand on existing protocols and say a good morning to you and hello, hello, hello to the students present here. I bring you warm greetings from the Students' Loan Trust Fund, and it is both an honor and a privilege to join you today as a speaker at this Tech Eminence and Innovation Summit. I would like to begin by commending the Ghana National Union of Technical Universities and Campus Style for partnering to provide this powerful platform for innovation and creativity. Their panel is testament to the effort they put into organizing this program, and I would like to commend them for this effort. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme for this event today is Empowering Innovation and Creativity, Showcasing Skills for a Sustainable Future. And this theme resonates very deeply with the values of the Students' Loan Trust Fund. The Students' Loan Trust Fund, for those of you who have not heard about us, is an organization or an institution set up under the Ministry of Education to provide financial resources for the benefit of students of accredited tertiary institutions. In conformity with stipulations under the LCLTF Act, we are mandated to promote and facilitate the national ideals enshrined in Articles 25 and 38 of the 1992 Constitution. For extra perspective, Article 25 guarantees the right to equal educational opportunities and facilities, and Article 28 enjoins the states to provide equal access to education, to provide equal access to university or equivalent education where possible. And it is in pursuit of this mission to provide timely financial resources for the benefit of students. That's what we typically do, is that we disburse loans to students across private and public accredited institutions. And under this government, over the last few days, I'm sure you've heard all the noise about the no-fee stress policy. And under this government and under my stewardship, I'm happy to say that our scope has been expanded. And in addition to loans, we are providing grants under the no-fee stress policy. The introduction of the no-fee stress policy was born out of the recognition that tertiary education is important. It is important for the future competitiveness of any nation, but that is challenged by limited access to education, and which is brought about by challenges in financing. So the Students' Loan Trust Fund was thus tasked to bridge that financial gap and to mitigate the financial hardships that come with trying to access tertiary education. So the no-fee stress policy is the umbrella policy, but it includes several sub-policies, one of it being the no academic fee policy. The second is that we have also been tasked with making available to students what we are calling the Student Loan Plus initiative. And the third is that we would also be implementing the free tertiary for persons with disability. In addition to all this, I have been instructed to explore how we can increase loan amounts for students and to increase coverage for students, and to also diversify funding options for teachers and nurses, as well as technical students. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to say that for the 2024-2025 academic year, all 168 public tertiary institutions, and this includes all the 10 technical universities, will be reimbursed for their academic fees. Again, our name may say loan, and I have this question always. Our name may say Students' Loan Trust Fund, but this money is a grant, not a loan. My officers like to call it free money, but I think the free comes with conditions of you staying in school and doing right by us. So thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, at the Students' Loan Trust Fund, we believe that education is the bedrock of national development, and innovation is the engine that drives progress. And by providing financial support to students in technical universities, what we aim to do is to unlock the potential of Ghana's future leaders, inventors, and entrepreneurships. I think that I wrote, my speech didn't include this, but I think that I have some extra perspective I can share. I was privileged to be the manifesto spokesperson for business development and entrepreneurship in the lead up to the 2024 election. And I know outside of student financing, the government has provided other opportunities that I think that you can benefit from. And it will be a missed opportunity to not highlight those whilst I'm standing here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Apprenticeship Program is supposed to be a training program that is supposed to equip students with the technical and vocational skills to excel. It has been implemented now by the National Youth Authority. I know their portal is open, and I encourage you to take advantage of this. In addition to this, government also has made available what we call the Ejumawura program, which is going to mentor at least 10,000 businesses every year. So you are sitting here with all the innovative ideas. What I'm doing is highlighting for you the government interventions that exist to support you as you seek to actualize your ideas. Ideas may be just that, but it takes some effort, it takes some support to turn them into tangibles. And I have no doubt that with the creativity, with the vision that is sitting in this room today, if I point you in these directions, you would be able to leverage these opportunities to be better. And again, I also like to highlight the 1 Million Coders program, which is an opportunity that's been made available to potential coders to better their skills. Again, the technical universities represented here are incubators of creativity and innovation. I've seen some ideas and projects being showcased outside, and for me, it highlights the ingenuity and talent of our students. And I believe that if you are empowered with the skills you need, we would have a brighter and better tomorrow. The Students' Loan Trust Fund, as I've already indicated, is committed to supporting students in STEM fields, including technical and vocational education. And this is in recognition of the fact that you hold the key to Ghana's economic transformation and sustainable development. We believe that by investing in your education, we're investing in the future of our nation. The future of work, I've always held, is not of suits and ties. It's of practicality and it's of innovation. I think it's not of rote memorization and it's not of theoretical knowledge alone, but it is of applied expertise, which is why I think that technical university is the way of the future. It is the way for any government that is invested in the transformation of its workforce. I see here, seated here, the potential that Ghana has. I see here, seated here, the talent, the creativity, the skill set that we need to make Ghana what it is. And the innovators and creative thinkers here, for me, will let me sleep well at night, but it also highlights for me the importance of what we do, because it means that we cannot be cavalier about the provision of financial resources for technical institutions. And today, I reaffirm my word that as long as I remain Chief Steward of the Students' Loan Trust Fund, we would work daily to make available to you the resources you need to succeed. Distinguished guests, thank you very much. I'll leave it here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Talking of the exhibitions outside, I am pleased to inform all of us here that anyone who has a very feasible exhibition gets from the national executives gets an opportunity to exhibit at the African Regional Conference and Education and Skills Development, African Regional Conference of Education and Skill Development, where they get a chance to win a whooping 90,000 Ghana cedis, including a mentor to mentor them in their business. And so if you have any skills you decided not to exhibit, I think you want to run and then come and exhibit. Okay, 90,000 is good money to hold you through your business. Before we get to our next presentation, we would quickly give 5 minutes opportunity to the Student Loan Trust Fund team. I hear they are here. You have 5 minutes to tell us what you have for us, and then we'll take it off from there. And so if you are here, quickly, 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Good morning. All protocols observed. I want to stand on my CEO's protocols and do this short presentation. The CEO has said all about Student Loan Trust Fund, and the only thing I'm here to do is to tell you about how you can access the fund. As she said, before you can access this fund, you are supposed to be a Ghanaian. The eligibility is how you are a Ghanaian and you are studying in an accredited tertiary institution to access the free, no fee stress policy. And when you want to access the fund, what you do is to go to the student loan website. The website is www.sltf.gov.gh. Then, when you are at the site, what you do is that you click, if you are a first-year student of a public tertiary institution, you click on the no fee stress policy, no fee stress application. Then it will take you to the application portal for the no fee stress policy. You will fill in, the requirements are that you need your Ghana card number, you will need your student ID number, you need an active phone number, you also need an active email address. Then when you are applying, what you need is a GCB account. When you don't have one already, the system will generate an account for you through which you will be paid. Now, after that, you complete the application. Then when this application is done, it will be verified. But the information you provide and the one your institution provide will be verified, and the policy, the money will be disbursed into your account. Now, those continuing students, the second policy you talk about is that when you are a continuing student, that one, it's a student loan plus, or we will support you with the student loan. Then you apply the same portal, not the no fee stress portal, the student loan portal. You create an account, then you apply for the normal student's loan. We will support you. I think the application process is what I'm here to talk about. So that is it. To access the loan, you visit our portal. Then when you have the requirements, you apply for the loan. If you are a first-year student, you apply for the no fee stress policy. And when you are a continuing student, you apply for the student loan, and we will support you. And all the students with disability will also be supported with a grant. They also apply at the student loan portal. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was snappy. Thank you so much. And so we'll have the next presentation, and that will quickly be done by our very own Vice Chancellor. However, before I hand over the microphone to him, his SRC executives, I would want to introduce them to you. And so we have here His Excellency Abdul Razak, who is the SRC President. Abdul Razak, SRC President. We have Kwesen Samuel, SRC Vice President. Kwesen Samuel, SRC Vice President. We have Julius Fifi Obo, Secretary, SRC Secretary. Are they here, please? Are they here with us? That is fine. Then we have Miss Fedra Owusu Yabua, Women's Commissioner. Fedra Owusu Yabua, Women's Commissioner. Thank you. Miss Fafa Abigail Fiadu, who is the part-time rep. Okay. And then we have the Finance Officer, Honorable Mawan Abdul Ghaffar. And finally, we have the Jinut's Ambassador, Prince Kutin. Okay, thank you. And so people of ATU, people gathered in present here, help me receive the presence of Professor Amevi Akapovi, Vice Chancellor of Accra Technical University, please.
The students are excited. Thank you. Thank you very much. Honorable members of Parliament present here, there are so many honorable in the house that I don't know where to start from. But let me simplify the whole thing. Honorable Ohene Agyapong, and then
our dear distinguished guests, faculty and staff present here, our dear students, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. It is a pleasure, it's a privilege, it's an honor for me to welcome you all to this significant occasion as we host, and for the very first time, a man whose name resonates very well with boldness. Do you agree? A man whose name resonates with enterprise and unshaking patriotism, our Honorable Ohene Agyapong. Please clap for him. Honorable, your presence here today as a resource person of our Student Representative Council Week, our Keynote Week, for us is more than a ceremonial visit. It is a statement that reinforces the value of real-world experience, the value of discipline and entrepreneurial resilience, which are the right pillars of the future we are building here at Accra Technical University. Without much I say, if you knew ATU, you could observe from the first sight that we are going through a lot of transformation. ATU actually places premium on entrepreneurship, because we realize that many universities are delivering a lot of graduates on the market, but few are getting jobs. And therefore, we have to craft some time back for ourselves a new educational philosophy. And that philosophy says education and training for employment or job creation. That means that behind that philosophy, what we mean is that when you are trained in ATU, whatever the discipline, you should be able to have the skill set that makes you grab the least opportunity that is available there. If they are looking for one person and it's a marketing-based skill, and 1,000 people are applying in Ghana, you, the person from ATU, possesses that skill set to actually grab that job immediately. That is the first set. And the second one is that if the job is not there, you still have the ability to create one, because we put a premium on entrepreneurship. And because of that, we've done a lot in the past. We sat down at a point in time and we decided to revise completely the framework of our curricula. We decided to build programs that will infuse some values that are critical, you know, to fulfill the mandate of our philosophy. So, for instance, we sat down and designed a framework where we put in a number of entrepreneurship courses, which were not there, where we put in a number of courses on critical thinking, and some other AI and modern skills that are required for job. And then we still find a way to put in the necessary skill required per your disciplines. And based on that, we tendered in a number of, you know, accreditation requirements. And God being so good, we received a lot of accreditation. We actually boast of about 25 different Bachelor of Technology programs built on that perspective, revise a number of HND programs still on that same perspective, and about 12 Masters of Technology programs running now, and still based on the same perspective. So we believe, and based on the tracer study we are doing, that students that come out of our program are exceptional. Please clap for ATU. Our belief is simple. Technical knowledge must be married with entrepreneurial to drive sustainable national development. And that is why entrepreneurship is taught many times in our programs. And as I mentioned, we have many initiatives. Permit me to take 1 minute to mention a few other initiatives we undertook, because even though we put this in the course and it's being taught, we realize that it's not quite an easy journey to infuse entrepreneurship in the mindset of students. Beyond the classroom, you know, tuitions, you need to go into the practical demonstration. So we move a lot of effort, let me put it that way, and we established recently the Center for Entrepreneurship and Incubation Services. And we call it CES, Center for Entrepreneurship and Incubation Services. This is a center we want to promote entrepreneurship beyond the classroom, you know, attitude. People can now, you know, we can identify students with talent, pick up projects, and begin to see how we link them up with industry. Then we incubate some of these projects, we develop them into final products, and we help the students to establish themselves to sell them. Some of them, they can patent them and have a name for it. And now we have been seeking for industries and then for partners that could sponsor or put a little push, you know, to support some of these student initiatives such that they become realities. I don't want to mention, but if you check ATU in the news again, our most recent event was the establishment of a welding and fabrication center, still to help students to have a really hands-on experience. A center that we established in partnership with DTI, and this actually covers the welding and fabrication, the fashion department, and the hotel catering and institution management department. Honorable, mine is not to speak long. All I want to say is that we have watched you in the news. Your story mirrors the values we hold very dear at Accra Technical University. Your vision and your firm belief, in Ghanaians' potential is unprecedented, and we applaud you for that. It is for this reason that we humbly place on the table a possible partnership with ATU, especially with the C Center, to look at how we could, in the future, support some of these incubation and some of those services, to support some of these students, to give them a little push, to come up with the innovation in them, and then also to realize the vision we have for Accra Technical University and for Amada Ghana. So on this note, and on behalf of the university management, my colleagues here, the entire student body, I want to warmly welcome all of you to Accra Technical University, and thank you very much for honoring our invitation and also shedding light. May God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, VC. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, are you getting connected? Are you getting connected? Are you sure? Are you sure? Right. Let me remind all of us that this session is very much live on the 2 TV. We are also very much live on Ohene FM, Ash FM, and NAP Radio. I take it again, the 2 TV, Ohene FM, Ash FM, and NAP Radio. We are live on all of these media platforms. And so we would quickly proceed to a few more presentations. These ones are just to clear the way so that we can receive our keynote speaker. And so first off, we would have a very short presentation. I doubt it would even go more than 3 minutes, from Honorable Stephen Amwa. And so a round of applause to help me receive Honorable Stephen Amwa, please.
Thank you very much. Professor, able Vice Chancellor, Honorable Kennedy Ohene Agyapong, inshallah, by the grace of God, your dream will come to pass. My brother, a friend, everything, my honorable parliamentarian, that we share a lot, former boss of Exim Bank, my sister, former MP, our doctor, sister who just spoke, our reverend, who also just did a presentation, my own colleagues. I see most popular, and then is it first run-up or runner? I really don't understand it well, but I've seen them here. And then I see, is it the most beautiful? Yes, first, the winner, is it the first runner or run-up, and then the second? My wonderful students, brothers, friends, and the media present. I deem this occasion extremely important because some of us I'm sure it is God's doing. And these are the things that make me believe there is God. Because Ecclesiastes talks about the fact that there's a season for everything. Those who are close to me will bear me a witness that I started talking about entrepreneurship years back. Particularly if you sit down and analyze the very ecosystem that we find ourselves in. An ecosystem or a society or a domain in which even tertiary students averagely that complete school run between 106 and 109,000 are stand to be corrected every year. Within that space or period of graduation, I learned that only 10% get regular job to do. So consistently, we are piling up unemployed young people in our society. So clearly, empirically, there is a job space congestion in our society today. So what is the way forward? Globally, it's all about creating your own business, your own jobs. And practically, it defines what entrepreneurship is all about. Getting the idea yourself, creating your own job, ensuring that you make some profit, expand it, grow from micro, small, medium, and then to a very large company. And that is the whole concept. And God being so good, the very time that the entire country, everybody is talking about entrepreneurship, is the very time that we've been able to have an aspirant in times such as this, whose experience, whose depth, whose proven record in terms of feasibility, timeliness, correctness, in terms of hope and faith, he has so much to offer our society. So no wonder that we think what God said in Ecclesiastes is real, very material, and credible, and very tangible. So it makes me feel at home that one day some of the dreams that we've had, the inherent commitment, the unachieved goals are outcry by the grace of God with prayer, faith, and action, and a good leader like you. Ghanaian young children, men and women, poor and rich, dwarf and colossal, whether you are from the rural, whether you are from the urban, your tears will be wiped away. So I think what we need to understand is that we need to be very practical. Just look at what Reverend presented. One thing that I want to advise you, it doesn't have to be the cliche that we speak and go and it ends there. Then it doesn't make sense. Then we are conducting all these commitments and exercises influencing those in helipilification. There has to be something out of it. So you listen to a fine story from what our Reverend said, you should learn something out of it. Life is what we've made. After having the vision, the ideas, what next? You need to perform. Performance has three main functions. One is ability. You can dream of becoming a very good driver. You have an idea about driving. You want to initiate something, create or trigger your entrepreneurial instincts and make something out of it. But if you don't have the ability to drive, can you drive? And that is why you need to take everything that you are learning, you are being taught, discussed, extremely serious. The next thing is opportunity. You can be the best driver, you can have all the best ideas in the world, you can have a huge deposit of entrepreneurial instinct, but if the opportunity is not there, best driver, no car, can you drive? And that is twofold. Every day I talk about Moral guys, please, Moral guys, can you please, I beg you, so that we can all benefit. There is time for everything. God bless you. Talking about opportunity, twofold. How do you position yourself? Our wonderful, beautiful doctor stood here. Another 9 gentlemen stood here. How many of you will take advantage? That is up. So you position yourself for the opportunity. This always you get from NDC and PP. Sorry, let me speak small. I beg you, forgive me. Ma bye bye, yes, I understand and I agree with you, but sometimes you yourself ask yourself, are you sure you position yourself for the opportunity? What is wrong with you as a student? So what is wrong? That you go to the Mokala market, you get 2 bags of gari, you package them here and sell to your colleague students. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? There are so many things you can do now because of even social media. This is what I call practical, basic, fundamental, critical, entrepreneurial instinct being triggered. You look at the opportunities around, position yourself, then you start making businesses. Sandra, when you see some of us, you think we haven't suffered before. Somebody said that was London. Fine. But before I went to the university, I was doing 16 hours. You don't believe me, but God is my witness. First 2 hours cleaning, not good places. So when I say clean, you should understand, not the Ghana type. When you are cleaning hotel, you know what I'm talking about. Then you go and do 6 hours car wash. Then in the night, kitchen cleaning. There are people who even were doing, tell me any rich person in Ghana here who has that rosy beginning. Even tell me which of them are professors. Sorry, respectfully. I like book. So you being rich or poor, of course, depends on you. Then another arm of the opportunity is the system, the environment. And that is why we have 2 main risk factors. Systematic risk factor, general, and unsystematic, which is specific. So sometimes you yourself create a risk for yourself. You are here. How do you use your hours? Time resource. There are some of you after school for the day, they call something in tech, we're calling it what? Always around. You spend like 10 hours just talking. What do you want to do? I quite remember 2009. As usual, I was sacked when we lost power. I was even a civil servant. I wasn't appointed. When I was sacked, instantly, I had masters. I went to K University. I was giving part-time lecturing. I started farming. How I got my land to farm, I didn't pay more than 2,000 because I wasn't having money. From Accra to Kumasi, I stopped 5 or 6 times to ask if I could get land on equity basis. And then, by the grace of God, one man was like, now small say me body no beka semi so me nsa ma nyini nyame adumti. Oh, there was asidi and abeye. So the man looked at me, laughed, and said, I will show you a piece of land. So he took a bottle of chinap and 2,000 from me. So I started planting plantain and maize. I was selling plantain, is it Medina Market, St. John's, all those places, and even maize. Then I started palm plantation. So I was producing Zentex organic palm oil. At least some of my NDC friends here, They bear me a witness. Because they were buying. You understand what I'm saying? Then I was lecturing at the same time. I had finance masters. So I started doing business plan for businessmen. So I was doing 3 jobs. I'm telling you. So it depends on you. Maybe at the right time we come and explain how you do all this. That is the opportunity. Then the last one is motivation. You can be the best driver. You can have the car. Then it's you. Motivation, 2 arms. Every day we are looking at the intrinsic motivational factors. When obi ama miska, adena capital we miska, we no crow who me or chira no chira me, or show we nimumpo. No. The intrinsic from you within. Intrinsic motivational factors are not external factors. What is in you that people say that it's impossible? You say you do it. Opa. And that is why your definition by the world is different from the definition by God. And that's why the Bible says that I'll take the foolish things of the world to shame the wise, and the weak things to shame the poor. It doesn't mean you are weak. It doesn't mean you are foolish. It's the word that see now corona way this way nipa. I feel no. Oh, yes, Captain Ibawi. Then he became a savior. Never ever belittle yourself. Ghana is the only country I've seen that when you are bold and confident and you speak the truth, yempe. And that is why marriages are not working, because people pretend. If you are bold and honest and truthful, on your papa, way, when you coco, so we should pretend and destroy this country. What I'm leaving with you as young people is that always look far from where you are, but know that far from where you are will start with a step forward. What you do here. Lastly, I had a friend on UST campus, now a medical doctor, Opokuwari. Vacations, he was selling comp and those things. I don't want to mention. Now he's one of the richest guys here, and he's a medical doctor. You are laughing at him. Some of us, our parents could afford anyway. Now we say your price or your mouth, but now he's one of the richest. Start something yourself. Start something yourself. Entrepreneurship is not I'm lying. I have a statement in Parliament. They called me very late. I couldn't read. I've talked to the education minister. I want Ghana as a country to include entrepreneurship as a course in our JHS and SHS academic curricula. And I'm working on it. Thanks be to God, we have a politician who has employed Ghanaians more than any other politician. I'm not saying more than everyone in Ghana, but any other politician in Ghana. Nobody has employed more people than Honorable Ohene Agyapong. So, ladies and gentlemen, all that I'm saying is that life is what you make. Every day is a sowing. The only thing in life that every day, it doesn't require rain, it doesn't require any weather, whatever to do, is life, the seed of life. You hold it. What you sow today will determine tomorrow's fruit. I'll end here. God bless you. God be with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also soon we are getting to that very big moment. However, with us here again, let me bore you a little bit. With us here, I have Honorable Sadiq Abubakari, a PhD student from the University of Ghana, currently contesting for the office of GRASAC President. He's here with us, one of our very own, right from Kumasi Technical University. Also a lecturer, yes, of course, a lecturer in the Kumasi Technical University. As Honorable Sadiq Abubakari, give us a wave. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Let me inform you that yesterday was Honorable All right. Before we get there, hold on for me. Before we get there, we'll take a 2-minute presentation from Honorable Agent Sam. And so if you are here, please, just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes.
The Vice Chancellor of ATU, Honorable Sticker, that people don't know that is your nickname. Our student loan CEO, Reverend, honorable members, morale members, are you there? And the most beautiful, most freshest, and proud students of ATU. I bring you greetings and good afternoon to you, all of you. I think a lot has been said. And therefore, for me, I stand here with nostalgic feeling. I recall in time past, I used to pass Accra Poly and to Tudu. This school, for your information, has churned out a lot of technical students, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. This school used to be the backbone of VRE. And therefore, if you are here, there is a reason why you are here. It is said, again, that Africa has the youngest youth in the whole world. About 60% of the population are youth. And therefore, the future of this world belongs to Africa. But what are we doing as youth? How productive are we becoming? And on this, I want to thank Vice Chancellor. You are not only setting up a technical university, but what you said is that you are marrying it with what? Entrepreneurship. Our lady from student loan has also given you financing. After having the idea, seeing the opportunity, what you need is what? Financing. My theme is on 3 areas. You need to have the competency to be an entrepreneur. The Reverend rightly said, he was selling ice water. He then went on to what? To produce ice water because he has knowledge in it. He has experience in it. Entrepreneurship is not just starting a business. It's rather starting a business that can stand. And therefore, you need to have the competence. He mentioned that he did a feasibility studies when he was going to the NIM 3 production. If you go to a bank, you need to have a business plan. You need to have a plan. You need to have a bankable project that would what? Receive funding. Again, who are your customers? Who are you selling to? How well do you know them? What is your target market? What's the niche? I've seen something that is being done by the fashion people. And there, I would want to have some divergent views with the Reverend Doctor. He said, we're talking too much about sustainability. The way to go in this world is sustainability. You've seen that the fashion has been used, reused. So now when you wear clothes, you don't throw it away. You should be able to use it to sew handbags. And it's been done and it's raising a lot of money abroad. Because when you throw it away, it affects the environment. Hello? Hello? So if you have used clothes, I'm creating business for you. I was in Dubai A lady won an award, recycling of waste. She's 21 years old. What are you doing with your life? Hello? What are you doing with your life? You are in technical university. You are being taught innovation. Okay? Throughout my work, international trade, I've been to Thailand, I've been to Indonesia. The bedrock of a nation is technology and innovation. Government has tried to do so many things. But the way to go in Ghana, as is being said, only 10% of the population will go into formal. Then 90%, what are we doing? Hello? Agro processing is being said. And Prof, I would encourage you. You are doing well, but there is more to do. And I'll give you some ideas. When I was in Exim had a collaboration with UCC. So 20 students were selected. They did a pitch of the ideas that they have. And they were given 100,000 each to be able to come up with the ideas. I think you should be writing to some of the financial institutions so that the students here who have ideas in fashion, who have ideas in welding, who can do prototype of things, will then be able to receive funding, and therefore in the next 2-3 years we will turn innovation people in this country. Having the competence, knowing your customer, that brings clarity. The last is connectivity. We are on campus. Some of you become CEOs. Some of you become CEOs of industries, okay? Who are you connecting with? All we hear is, oh, we are socializing. But socialize with the right people. Form the right allies. That can give you ideas. You heard him say that somebody had an idea. The person didn't go to anybody. He contacted him because he's seen something that was in him. You have those people sitting around you. Hello? If we say we talk about our practical life, he said I sold more money. He has sold BK. I have sold both fruit, cassava. Again, the story is that I've been an orphan at the age of 3. Hello? So all of us sitting here have gone through it. But it is said that in entrepreneurship, you need to be a servant before you become a master. On that note, I thank you all for your ears.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, with all the presentations being said, I just want to plead on behalf of another aspect of people who are here. There are others who are actually not students. We have alumnus over here. We have people from the societies who have joined in here to listen. And I believe that they also need that opportunity. So a group like Campus Style putting this together. One young man, right from Technical University, has been self-funding all of these things. And I think that he needs that opportunity as well. If he gets a little push, one man self-funding, that's a gentleman in the suit there. He's Gideon Yao from Pong. So if he gets a little push, I believe that that is also going to help. Beloved, there is one woman here, if I forget to introduce, I'm not sure I can pass through Medina again. And I have to do this introduction. A very strong and energetic woman who has been very loyal to Honorable Ohene Agyapong. Please, Hajia Ken is here with us. A round of applause for her. A round of applause for her. A round of applause for her. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I was reminding us that yesterday was Honorable Ohene Agyapong's birthday. Beloved, it would be an honor to one day wake up and point hands. If God blesses our father here to be the first gentleman of the land, you can boastfully say that in 2025, I celebrated birthday with the president. Is that okay? And so, a little thing we want to do for him, the Jamaat will do something very small for him. Thereafter, we would have him to come and speak to us. And so, over to the Jamaat, please.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Agyapong. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Applause for them. A big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, you can do it better. Much more louder round of applause for them. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, history has been kind to Accra Technical University for an important reason. Just mentioned a short while ago, yesterday, Honorable Ken turned 65. And ladies and gentlemen, I said history has been kind to you because Accra Technical University is the first university in the whole country. Accra Technical University holds the honor of being the first university in Ghana to host Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong just a day after his birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, for his public speech, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a coincidence. And this will never be overlooked in the annals of history for so many years to come. Put your hands together for yourself. I am going to do so, Mr. President. Accra Technical University has joined the so many well-wishers from around the world, including international leaders, international organizations, Ghanaian leaders, Ghanaian statesmen, the youth, in celebrating you. From all of us, we say we wish you well, we wish you good health, and we wish you a fulfillment of your presidential ambition. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this under 4 minutes. Under 4 minutes. And I'm happy
that the whole program is about entrepreneurship and business, because you have the right man to speak to you as a keynote speaker. For 45 years, 45 years, Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong has been a major businessman, an entrepreneur, and a philanthropist in the whole world. He's a highly successful businessman who has a strong presence in the media industry, strong presence in the manufacturing industry, and strong presence in the cold store industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the keynote speaker, you will know that he's the founder and the owner of Ken City Media Limited, operators of Netu TV, Oman FM, Ash FM, NAP Radio, and others. Ladies and gentlemen, in the world of manufacturing, Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong, amongst the several manufacturing companies he has, he owns, or he's the owner of Ashanti Steel Company Limited, the first Ghanaian owned, and the emphasis is very important, the first Ghanaian owned and the first one-man, the greatest one-man steel company in the whole of Africa, valued at almost 100 million US dollars. Go to Tema and see. Ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned again that in the area of cold storage, Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong still has a very strong presence there. And I'm happy to mention to all of you that he is the owner of the largest cold stores in the whole of Africa, with a combined capacity of over 61,000 metric tons. Go to Tema and see. He is always driven by passion to employ a lot of youth, and as a result, he has employed over 7,000 workers across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to end on this, but it cannot be lost on me by ending without mentioning that the keynote speaker is an astute politician. Ladies and gentlemen, with over 40 years of political experience, a founding member of the New Patriotic Party, formed in 1992. Ladies and gentlemen, 1992, he didn't contest any elections. When he was 32 years, 1996, he did not contest any elections. But in the year 2000, Honorable Ken stepped up and contested the parliamentary elections in the then Assin North constituency and won the seat for the first time for the New Patriotic Party. Ladies and gentlemen, in the year 2004, he contested again. He won. In the year 2008, he contested again. He won massively. In the year 2012, he contested. He won. In the year 2016, he contested. He won. In the year 2020, he contested and he won. He never lost any parliamentary elections. Ladies and gentlemen, and finally, in the year 2023, Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong contested the flag bearership position of the New Patriotic Party and gave a showdown performance. Ladies and gentlemen, an ambition he is still committed to. The world celebrates him as the father for the fatherless, the voice for the voiceless, the hope for the hopeless, a compassionate philanthropist. He's a leader you can trust, patriotic, honest, disciplined, bold, fearless. Ladies and gentlemen, with joy, with joy, with joy, with joy. with joy. Let's be outstanding to receive Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong.
Two.
Thank you very much, Jama. The Vice Chancellor, the CEO of Students' Loans Authority, honorable members present, the Reverend, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. First, let me take this opportunity to thank the Vice Chancellor for physically being present at this occasion. I've visited quite a number of universities. We meet the school authorities at their board meetings. But this exceptional Vice Chancellor has taken time to be physically present. Thank you very much. I also take opportunity to thank the LSRC for organizing this program and also inviting me to speak on entrepreneurship. Today's work, I think, has been easy for me because the first speaker, the Reverend, when he delivered his address or speech, I asked myself, if we have this person on this campus, why then invite Ken Agyapong? But I also thought that, look, variety is also important. Probably you wanted to hear and get new ideas also from me. But indeed, Reverend, thank you very much. You've tackled the topic very well. You know,
when he was speaking and narrating his story about his humble beginnings, it reminded me of my humble beginning as well. A young boy, a village boy from Assin, sat the common entrance 3 times. Why 3 times? In the village, people were scared, or students were scared, even to choose the so-called famous schools. So the first common entrance, when I was in Form 2, I passed, and I was supposed to go to Dunkwa Onofin. My father was a teacher in Kumasi. When he heard Dunkwa Onofin, Honorable, forgive me, that's where he's from. My father said no. The second time, Form 3, I chose Assin Manso. When I passed, he came back and said, no, you cannot go to Assin Manso. I didn't understand. Then, when I was in Form 4, he came all the way from Kumasi to fill the common entrance forms. And there were 3 choices: first choice, second choice, third choice. And he wrote first choice at the Sado College, second choice at the Sado College, third choice at the Sado College. So, a village boy, I didn't understand why my father was insisting on the Sado College. So, I finally got admission to Adisado College. And when I went there, the first day, I took my trunk and chop box. I took a taxi from Cape Coast, because that time from Assin Fosu to Cape Coast, today, because of the road, the nature of the road, it takes you about 45 minutes. That time, a champion's time, 45 minutes, that time was 4 hours. The road was so bad, it was so dusty. When I got to Adisado College and I was taking my trunk and chop box from the taxi, a senior saw me and called me, hey, come here. I went, then he asked me, what is your name? I said, Ohene Agyapong. Where are you from? You know, I was fortunate not to have mentioned Assin Dompim. I said, Assin Fosu. Why I'm fortunate is that even Assin Fosu, he didn't know where Assin Fosu was. So he asked me, where is Assin Fosu? You know, I only had to give description. But when he saw my face, my hair, the black hair was brown because of the road. He looked at me and said, yes, you are what? Ohene Agyapong. A fumu, a fumu. In the class, you know, we had students from Radiant Way Association, Morning Star, all kinds of international schools in Accra and Kumasi. And that village boy, I was tall, so I was behind. Any new master who comes to the class will ask everybody to introduce himself. And when it gets to me, all these young guys will turn around. When I mention my name, Ohene Agyapong, Efumu, Anu Blofu Cheme. They were teasing us, those of us from the rural areas. But with hard work, here we are today. So I see myself in reverence. And I got opportunity to come to Accra because fortunately my father and my mother divorced. I say fortunately, because if they had not divorced, I would have been at Assin Dompim till 8. But, you know, my mother came to Accra, married a new man, and I had the opportunity to come to Accra. And what my mother was doing was trading. She was trading just here. It's not too far from here, Okanshi. And what I normally do after school, I was in Form 3 when I came to Accra. I will select some of the items that my mother was selling in a box. And I can walk from Okanshi to Kokomlemle, Challenge Bookshop. That's where we live. I can walk from Okanshi to Bubuashi, hawking on the street. Yes, pick a chocolate, tatra nazet, yes, raw. Yes, pick a chocolate, tatra nazet, yes, raw. Those were the items on the board. So when I see my beautiful lady here, I will approach her, say, yes, pick it. I remember one night, we come home around 5 to eat, then we go back 6:30 because Kokomlemle, Adabraka, and Circle, there were so many hotels. And I remember one of them, Princeway Hotel. One night, we went to Princeway Hotel, and you know, those days, they had blue lights. Yeah, disco lights. And there was a lady, there was a guy chatting now, you know, some ladies, and we went there. Yes, pick a chocolate. So she got annoyed and reported to the owner. I stepped out, but my stepbrother was not fortunate. He's called Opong. Now he's a reverend minister. And they actually beat the hell out of him. Yeah, because, you know, on a money in John, you know, he's spoiling somebody's connection. So we went through all this. After Form 5, I went to Winneba Secondary School from Assin College. And when I was in 6th form, I was selling Peugeot parts. I would go to Nigeria, bring Peugeot parts by road. We come all the way to Badagry to Lomi, Dawomi, then Lomi, Aflao, and Accra. And the spare parts dealers were around Adabraka here, behind Nigeria Airways. That's where I had my customers. And I'll go and do business. Until I went to Germany. In Germany, I was washing plates. I managed to go to America and started working at the bakery, Zaro Bakery. I graduated to get another job, gas station, the filling stations you have here. So I had 2 jobs, Zaro Bakery and the Gaseteria gas station. It continued. Then I bought my first taxi. I became a taxi driver. And within 7 months, I had 8 taxis. And people were driving for me. Because every day, those days, I was saving $100 a day. So 30 days, whether Monday to Sunday, no day, I don't break. I save $100 a day. $3,000 a month. Then I'll go to auction and buy a taxi, Chevy Caprice or Chevy Impala. And in America, if you are driving those days, if you are not careful, you'll be shot easily. So they normally put a bulletproof as a partition between the driver and the passenger. So I'll buy this from Camden Town in New Jersey and do the insurance, the partition. Then I'll give the car to a driver A driver pays $40 a day and 7 days. I don't want no stories. If you are coming to give me story, it means the car has broken down and it needs to be fixed. If you don't tell me this, no excuse. $280 a week. You know, so with 7 taxis, including mine, which was 8, I bought my first house for my mother at East Legon. At that time, I gave the money to Azuma Nelson and his manager, Mr. Assin. That time, they had thrown out my stepfather and my mother from their residence, where Jubilee House is. It was WO's quarters. And they moved them. So when I heard of it, I had saved $16,000. So I gave it to Azuma Nelson and his manager to come and make a deposit. And Mr. Assad did very well. He actually went around with my parents to look for a house for them. And the cost was $24,000 in 1988. So when he called me and said, "We'll have a place for your mother," I sent the $8,000 as well. So my first house in Ghana here was 1987. I was 27 years. So I'm sharing this with you to give you encouragement that sky is the limit. And whatever you dream of and take action with it, trust me, one day you'll be somebody. No, every individual here can be an entrepreneur. Nobody is born entrepreneur. It's never true. But it is an individual's vision, individual's ambition, individual's dream that will make you become an entrepreneur. So what should be your dream and your strategy? I'll give you 5 areas, and I've given it acronym called GOSPA. G stands for goals. O stands for objectives. S stands for strategy. P stands for planning. And A stands for activities. This should be a dream for any of the students here who wants to become an entrepreneur. Then I'll give you, before I come to the practical, let me give you or do a little academic exercise with you. You need, if you want to be an entrepreneur or entrepreneur, you should have certain qualities. And there are 7 qualities, which are: 1, vision; 2, courage; 3, integrity; 4, humility; 5, foresight; 6, focus; and 7, cooperation. Let me touch on each a little bit. Who has a vision? The one who has a vision is the one who foresees the future and how it becomes to him. But I'm saying that, look, I have a vision. My vision is my dream, that one day I want to own businesses. And how I'm going to get these businesses done, I have to look into the future. I have to look for opportunities, areas that are, empty, or you have vacuums. You fill those vacuums with your dreams. When we are able to do that and say that I was born and bred from a poor home, but I always made sure I turned around my negatives to be blessing. My negatives in life always gave me a challenge. When I fall, I say that I'm not going to fall again, and I'll rise up. This is how you have to psych your mind. The vision will come with a lot of challenges, but you need to be courageous. That's the second point, courageous. Who are those people who have the courage? The ones who have the courage are the ones who are ready to take risk. Risk. The future belongs to those who are ready to take risk. The future does not belong to those security seekers. Who are those who can take risk? I can see this room because I smell money all the time. I smell money all the time. And therefore, wherever I go, I look at the environment, the atmosphere, and say to myself, like Reverend said, the vacuum, and I filled the vacuum. You might not know your profit today, but you take advantage of the situation and invest in it. You are better off than the one who will always have money and go and put it in treasury bills. They are security seekers because they don't want to lose their money. They want a bank to manage what they have for them at an interest so that they'll be safe. Trust me. They will do well by taking care of their daily needs, but they cannot go up there because they are afraid to take risk. So those who take risk are going to be the entrepreneurs and will invite managers. There's difference between an entrepreneur and a manager. A manager is the one who puts management together to run the business. An entrepreneur is the one who has the creative mind and vision and courage to establish the business with all the risk involved. If you want to succeed, young men and women present here, it's not rocket science. You have to be honest in your dealings with people. If you are not honest, I took over a company and the new suppliers wanted to see the owner of the new company. They came to me. Before they got here, they had done a research about me, who I am and everything before they got here. After inspection and the meeting, we decided to go to lunch. And when we went to lunch, the lady asked me a question. Can you do me a favor? So, why not? Go ahead. And she said, a guy has duped her $70,000 and she's about to lose her job in Belgium because she trusted this young man in Ghana here and gave the raw materials to him on credit. After receiving it, he's giving excuses to him, to her, that she has not received those things. Meanwhile, they checked the bill of lading and those items have been cleared. What the young man refused to know is that it's a small world. They are all in petrochemical industries. So if you deceive one, the information goes to the second, the third, the fourth, and you are blocked. The moment you mention your company's name, they blacklisted you. 3 days ago, let me tell you, my son called me from Zanzibar or Tanzania and said, "Daddy, you know what? You always advise us with this honesty, and I didn't get it. But you know what has happened? I bought 16 ADT machines for a gentleman, cash, $7 million I paid and gave it to him. He said he has a contract at Chirano Mines. All the numbers he gave me, the first month he couldn't pay, gave an excuse. Second, third, it got to a point he was not paying at all. So I took my machines from him. He duped somebody in Liberia. He got into problem. Now he went to Tanzania and never thought to meet my son there. In a mining conference, he has gone to deceive people, entrepreneurs, to come and invest. He's the biggest mining company, I mean, in terms of hiring equipment and all those things. Unfortunately for him, Dangote's partner, his son, is my son's best friend. And they were all there. So, in the meeting, he said, "Oh, we have one Ghanaian miner here." And you know, my son was born in America. He's worse than me. He got there and saw the guy's face in presence of all the businessmen. He told them to his face, "Oh, don't deal with this guy. He's a criminal. He took my father's machine and he never paid. He ran away." Case closed. Now he's lost all the businesses because of dishonesty. When he was duping me, he thought we would never meet again. We didn't meet in Ghana. It was in Tanzania. And my son destroyed his business by telling the truth. Now, when my son mentioned that, "Oh, my father has these mining equipment," oh, then arrange for us to meet him. There and there, they Google. They have information. Because of honesty, I don't even know them, but they are prepared to work with me. So integrity is very, very important. Humility. You have to be bold and decisive, but you have to be humble when you are dealing with people. Your workers, if you don't treat them well, forget it. I believe you invited me here because of personal experience and not that I'm a philosopher or a professor or anything. So permit me to share personal experiences with you. Okay? Humility. The company that I took over, I went there to inspect And the sad part is that Ghanaians, when they are dealing with foreigners, excuse my language, Madam Media Meferin, the rest, they are my team members and professors. Ghanaians will tolerate nonsense from foreigners, but they will never tolerate anything a Ghanaian does. Why I'm saying that is that I visited their toilet and 335 Ghanaians working there. It was an eyesore. And right by their toilet, they have a canteen. Yes. And they bring, a lady comes out there, 12 to sell. And these workers. So when I saw it, I said, what? Is that the conditions you live in here as workers? The place is so hot. The ventilators are not working. I go into the factory, within 1 hour, I'll be sweating all over. I'll be sweating. And Ghanaians tolerated this. So I said, let's renovate the toilet, move the canteen away from here. Now they have a new canteen, they have a new, a renovated toilet facilities. Then again, their salary. Can you imagine that today somebody works for 30 days and his salary is 547 Ghana cedis? You know, when I took over, the capacity, he needed, the workforce should be 335, but he was working around 200 people because most of the people had left because of salary and the way they treat them. I went through their books and gave instructions, double the salaries for all of them. Then I enticed them with number of hours. If you do more than 8 hours, you know, you pay extra, but don't charge them anything. Let them take it home. And production has gone up. The last time, production and revenue went up by 27% because of the way I treated, or I treat them when they. So humility. Then foresight. You need to have a dream. That's where the gospel comes in. Everybody here should have a dream that this is the way I want my life to be. And when you do that, you'll be an exceptional person among your colleagues. Because some are just complacent. The little they get, they are happy. You need to challenge yourself. You know, Madam is here. Maybe it's the first time she has seen me, so I'm not able to speak well. You know, because I was from poor home, maybe I had the brains. As for economics, I'm good. At the Sadu College, we're only boys. So when we come back home, we have this vacation employment. Vacation classes. I don't know if it's still there. I know you are higher than that. You know, my contribution in the class at West Africa, I was attracted to the beautiful girls. But they were always disappointed when they came to my house to visit. Yeah, they were disappointed. And so They all deserted me. I've had a couple of broken hearts. But I turned it around. I turned it around. And one of the ladies, I told her, one day I'll be somebody. This man. And I've challenged myself. One day I happened to meet her at the Heathrow Airport, and first class passengers, we went through first, and she was at the economy. And before the plane took off, she wanted to come to first class just to talk to me. And the flight attendants blocked her. They didn't allow her. So I saw a lot of colleagues or friends at the business class. So I can go anywhere. But even business class, you can't come to first class. So I went to business class and I was talking to friends. Then I saw somebody waving. And that was her. So I went there at the economy. And he said, oh, I wanted to come to first class, and I saw it. I said, ah, Janet, do you read the Bible? Do you read the Bible? The story about Lazarus and the rich man. You know, he wanted just a drop of water. But Lazarus told him where we are. Big difference. And I said, you know what? I thank you because you've challenged me. She came to Ghana. I gave her a car for her family. So always turn your negatives to be blessing by working hard. If you work hard, sky will be the limit. So young men and women here, look, you have to stay focused. You have to dream big and do things big. Don't waste your time here. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Some of you, when you see Miss Akwaba, that's how I see it. With a nice shoe. Maybe you are from a poor home like mine, but you want to keep up the Joneses because your friend is wearing an expensive clothes or bag. I'm afraid it's not going to help you. Save your money and savings. Through savings, you get capital, and through capital, you invest by taking the risk. And one day, you'll be more than Ohene Agyapong. You have to stay focused. There are economic turmoils. You think or you dream that, oh, in the next 2 years, my company should grow to this level, my profit margin should be this, but natural disaster may happen, everything will happen, and you will not hit your target. You don't give up. You just have to stay focused. You know your dream. You know why you established the business. And trust me, it will bear fruits. Then cooperation. How you organize your business. The people in there, how you delegate powers, your managers. If you treat them well, trust me, you're going to succeed. So these are qualities, 7 qualities that you need for your business to thrive. I think time is not on our side, so I may not be able to go through the 7 determinants of business success. But I'll give the pointers to you at an appropriate time. Maybe you will have opportunity to me, because I want to address some of your issues here. First one is productivity. The 7 determinants of business success: productivity, customer satisfaction is very, very important. Innovations is also very, very important. Quality of your products. Quality of your products is also very, very important. Organizational development. Building people. So all these areas, if we put them together and do it well, you will succeed. Now let's come to campus. Look, your president says something that touched my heart. As a nation, we don't know what we want, and our priorities are wrong. Completely. Our priorities are wrong based on the statement the president made. Why do I say our priorities are wrong? Because special emphasis is not placed on technical education. I'm an employer, and I'm telling you, I have a plumber. In fact, I asked of him last week, and I said, oh, he's studying in America. You know, the way he's building his business. This plumber takes a contract for me about 5 million Ghana cedis. So million Ghana cedis. Minimum profit of 10% is what? Is 500,000 divided by 12. Divided by 12. And you see how much he makes a month. Meanwhile, Net 2 television or Ken City, it is only now that is going up. The director takes about 8,000, 9,000 home with tax. He has master's degree in sociology, in communication. But the plumber working for me with a contract of 5 million, I know they make more than 10%, but I want to be modest. He makes 500,000 from one contract that he took for me. And the sad part, VC, is that as I sit here or stand here, I'm looking for engineers, mechanical and electrical. And the sad part is, we went to India to recruit engineers to come and work in Ghana. When we went, they had a discussion with me, and they said, the steel plant will take 1,000 workers a day with 24 hours, 12 hours 500, 12 hours 500. They need engineers and technicians 300 to man, yes, to man the place. But the small factory that I produce the plastics, the Indians, the expatriates are 15. And the steel plant is about 15 times bigger than the platinum. So at the meeting, I told them, I'm not going to accept it. A Ghanaian, a politician, establishing my own business, and I don't have confidence in my own people. Hell no, I won't do it. My son agreed, my cousin agreed, my wife agreed. I said no, I will not. I will not allow 300 Indians to come and control 700 Ghanaians when a Ghanaian is paying. I won't do it. And 3 against 1 plus the Indians, so about 5 against 1. But of course, I'm the one paying. So I said no. So meet us halfway. Now they are coming in. I'm getting visas for 120 engineers to come from India. And the 180 will come from Ghana here. GC, I want you to bring some of your mechanical and electrical engineers. I don't know how they call it. In America, they call it internship. Yeah, let them come and train, and the good ones, I may employ them. So every year you come. I'm sharing this with you for you to know the importance of you sitting here. Don't be discouraged. You are the money makers. The pragmatic ones will always make more money than the tourists. That's why I'm so impressed with Reverend. I mean, giving details of it. I said to myself, why should I even be here? So believe in yourself that you can do it. You are going to establish your own business one day, but you have to start from here. My beautiful lady here said you have you can come for loans and grants. See, if you are smart and you have the grant the first year, whatever money you have to save it. You have to save it. Then student loans. Sometimes, I don't want to give you bad advice. Even sometimes, the loan, you can make some money out of it and invest that somewhere. By the time you come out of college, in fact, a gentleman did not join us today, Approaches series. If you've heard of him, Approaches series. Yeah, he was in tech when he started writing those science books. And after tech, he employed his own mate, colleague from tech to be his manager. Why? Because he had a vision and he has creative mind. He thinks far. So be among those who have creative minds. Be among those who want to challenge themselves and say to themselves that sky is the limit. You can do it. If you look at the poor guy sitting here, standing before you, and the way you are paying attention to listen to what I'm saying, clap for yourself. So, President, I want to assure you that you've not gone wrong by choosing to be here on this campus or any of the technical institutions. You are the future of this country. If indeed we want to develop, it should be engineering, technology, IT. That is the way for Ghana to develop. So believe in yourself that you are the future of this country. Have confidence that you are also going to make it in life. Listening to all the speakers here, ask yourself, what have you learned from it? It is not anything big that you cannot do it, because sharing our background with Exim Bank, former Exim Bank CEO, Onukwade West, no Tom money. You know, me money the man Toby. it means it's possible. That one day, say to yourself, one day I'll be somebody. One day I'll be somebody. One day I'll be bigger than Ohene Agyapong. Yeah. Inspire yourself. Don't give up. There will be challenges, difficulties, but strike hard when the iron is hot. And remember what I said. The future belongs to the risk takers and not security seekers. So, ladies and gentlemen, the VC, I thank you very much for giving me opportunity. We need collaboration with this, all the technical schools. I think this Friday I'll be in Kumasi. And July I'll be in Kumasi again. For the July one is Apia Minka something. Yeah. You are the future of this country. And we want to collaborate. You are the first technical institutions to invite me. I want to challenge all of you here. I want young men and women with innovations. Whatever you develop here, if I see the future in your project, I will fully fund it. And VC, what I want you to do, in fact, when we had opportunity, you see, I see that VC is an academician. But VC, you have to smell money. You know why? You know why? Even in the church, when you go, the pastors, the bishops, they all put their problem before you, before they even allow you to go. So, when we were in the boardroom, I was expecting VC to tell me their challenges before we get here. I have some business partners in Dubai, and they always donate equipment. Donate equipment to some of the African institutions. From here, I will call them and tell them that I've identified a university that needs help. When they say yes, I will personally buy the ticket for you and one of your trusted students. To go and inspect the equipment and whatever will help you. Again, TVET and COVID, Amstel, all those equipments, I can tell you, I supply them. So I know the Indians, I have them. Last week they were here to hassle me for the rest of their payments. You know, so all those equipment, as I speak, I have an engineer installing all those equipment in the various schools. So as for technical education, if I'm the president of this country, you'll see. And VC, you know, I just live across. I'm at Moving Peak, Villa number 12. I could have crossed to this side. But protocol, they say, hey, Honorable Ohene Agyapong is on the street. So I had to, you know. So let's have collaboration, and we see how best we can also promote technical institutions in this country. So all I'll say is, the organizers, I thank you very much for giving me opportunity. I thank all of you for coming and VC. God bless all of you. Thank you.
I like this.
Hello. I know it costs to organize this program. So LSRC, I donate 20,000. Okay. I donate 20,000 to support your program. Thank you.
Please, let's stand up. We are singing just this song. For after that, MC will take over. No, take it 1 minute. So after that, you do the presentation. Okay, you thank him and do the presentation. Okay. We are not done. Yeah, just the song. Other gods, they are the works of man. You are the most high God. There is none like thee. All other gods, they are the works of man. You are the most high God. There is none like thee. You are the most high. Jehovah, you are the most high. Oh, Jehovah, you are the most high. Jehovah, you are the most high. Hey, Jehovah, 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 you are the most high. Jehovah, you are the most. Oh, Jehovah, you are the most. Jehovah, you are the most high God.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you can kindly take your seats now. Kindly take your seats.
Take your seat.
And we have spent quite some time over here. We will try. Jama guys, can I have some peace here? Can I have some peace? Can I have some peace? Respectfully, can I have some peace? All right, guys, we will take about some 2-3 questions, and then if there are no questions, we have some presentations to do. We'll quickly do so, and then we can call it a day. And so, Cassandra, are you around? Cassandra, if you're around, get a microphone. The first 3 people. So I have 3 hands up. They are over here. You can just get their questions quickly, and then we will take it off from there. Cassandra, quickly be on standby for me. Just 3 questions. I have the gentleman in black. I have the one in the African print here, and then this gentleman. Just the 3 people. Just the 3. Kindly hold on a second. I'll prompt you when to proceed to ask your question. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still reminding all of us that we are live on the 2TV, we are live on Oman FM, we are live on Ash FM, and then NAP Radio. It's been a very successful event, and before we take our questions, can we have some peace? Can we have some peace? Can we have some peace? Before we take our questions, I would want to pose the very first question, if not a suggestion. So, Honorable, and then Mr. Vice Chancellor, say, talking about the technical fraternity, I personally think that there could be an add-on. I did a Bachelor of Technology in Marketing from Koforidua Technical University, and it appears that what we do even as technical university students is still the whole classroom work. So for a marketing student like me, I think it would have been best if I had some hand-on training where I was tasked to bring up an advertising program, practical one, build a marketing website, a marketing campaign as part of the school. I think that even in school, out of school, I would have something practical doing. Since we have the opportunity as Vice Chancellor, as a former Member of Parliament, I believe that if we channel this across and it's embedded into the curriculum, it will go a long way to helping rather than just the entire classroom period that we spent. I believe that this will go a long way to help. And Honorable, in July, Campus Star is taking the same event to Koforidua Technical University, and so it will be an honor if you have the time. If you have the time, it will be an honor to have you in Koforidua Technical University. Now let me pick the very first question, please.
Thank you. I think my question and suggestion is in line with what you just said. We've come to understand that education in Ghana is all about book, and there's no much practical work done. Yeah, I could say that a lot of us here are engineers for that matter, or studying mechanical engineering. But I know it's good for us to learn other things as engineering is compared to. But one thing we want to know is, or if it is possible, if VC can take this on for us. From class 1 up to SS, we'll be learning a lot of subjects. Some of us did a lot of things that are not in line with what we are even reading here today. For instance, I did science. When I completed, I saw spring roll. I did a lot of stuff before I came to school, just to only pursue my engineering career. As an engineering student, I'm reading a lot of courses. I know they are very beneficial.
So
but
to your question, to
my question, it will be very good if from onset we are being channeled to become what we want to be. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be an engineer, you go straight forward, and then you don't spend much time. As Honorable rightly said, he needs engineers, but he has to go to India. Why? Because we believe, or he believes, we don't have the much skill for him to employ, for us to install equipment.
To the question.
So the question is, please, can our education system be transformed for us so it would help us? That's my humble suggestion.
Right. Okay, Honorable wants to answer that quickly.
I answer you simply. No, your question, with all due respect to you, in life, it has no relevance. Why? I did economics at Fordham University. I did philosophy, history, economics, maths, biology, psychology. And that time, I had a girlfriend in Lagos. I went to her dormitory and saw about 6 ladies who were studying. And I remember very well. One was doing economics, another doing psychology or offering psychology. Then my girlfriend was offering political science. And there was another lady offering theology. But because of different disciplines that I learned or read at Fordham University, these ladies that time had not traveled to America and they thought Ohene Agyapong was smart. It is not true. It is because of different disciplines. The long and short is, in America, Fordham University, you need 120 credits. Only 30 is your major. 15 is minor. The rest, you have to pass other disciplines before you get your degree. I know why it helps. If you come out of college as an engineer and you don't get a job as an engineer, it is knowledge that you have acquired in different areas. You can apply to whatever you learned in different disciplines. So it's very, very important. I have a problem with even the system of education here. I asked somebody who is doing or offering economics, and he said economics, statistics, and one other subject. No, it won't help you. I became knowledgeable because of that. I met professors at Legon, and I was talking to them about Thomas Hobbes, all those political, whatever, philosophers, talked about Descartes in philosophy, talked about Sigmund Freud in psychology, but I was an economic student. And theology, sometimes I laugh at the young pastors that are coming. I know from Genesis to Revelation. So, different disciplines makes you knowledgeable. But your concentration will be on engineering. But other subjects, you need it in real life, even management. Let me give you one example. 2 weeks ago, I met some professors in tech. They came to me, and one is biological engineer. He has designed a lot of things, fertilizers and all those things, but he couldn't market it. So I was showing him what to do, and he pinched a PA student who was with him that I told you. So what he said was that I'm proposing to the Vice Chancellor for you to come and lecture professors. I said, Assin don't let me do school. How can I go and lecture professors? So young man, whatever you are doing, it will help you in future. It is not only the engineering, but other things that you learn will enable you think through a lot of things in terms of management and other things. So don't be only an engineer. If you be an engineer alone, you'll be a stooge, complete. So go ahead with what they should rather add more courses to it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A quick one, please. The media team, no, not the JAMA, the media, they are looking for one of the microphones, a very small one, a very tiny microphone. If you happen, it is very small that if it falls that you might not notice what exactly it is. And so kindly, if you've by chance seen that, kindly let me have it. Okay, kindly let me have it. Let me receive the second question.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. My question is in two folds actually. The first one is, as a young man wanting to make a name for myself in the country, speaking from our honorable's view, if he was to lose everything today, how would he start up? What would he do? What are some things he would avoid? And the second thing is, when it comes to our Ghanaian population, food wastage is a big problem. We lose almost $64 to $600 million on food annually, and that's just a rough estimation. I and my people have taken up a project where we are going to help track food straight from the farmers to their homes to help us to reduce this food wastage. And we would like if we could get a funding on that project as well to help us. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much. Let me quickly, Honorable, let me take the last question so that you answer both of them at a go. Right, thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Theophilus Dakon. I'm a medical laboratory scientist, studied medical lab science from 2019 to 2023. So, my standing on existing protocols. My first question is about the Student Loan Trust Fund, supporting students who want to pursue postgraduate courses. Because at the tertiary level, we have undergraduate and postgraduate, but it's only focused on undergraduate courses. My second goes to ATU has a club, Tertiary Hub for Innovation and Knowledge Network. It's in most of the universities in Ghana. I would like Honorable to support us with equipment and funding. Currently, yes, I am a member of the Medical Laboratory Professionals Workers Union, and we will be embarking on a strike due to the following reasons. Medical lab scientists who graduated from 2019 to 2025 are still at home, and over 30,000 are home. So I want Honorable to address this issue so that we don't want the nurses calling on strike, then the lab people going on strike, because people will be affected.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And so, Honorable, please, you can do so, then the student loan. Or she should go first. Right.
Thank you very much. A question was posed to Honorable about what he would do if he loses all his money today. And before he answers it, he emphasized the importance of network. I believe that if the unthinkable happened, it's unthinkable that it can happen, but then he's built enough network that even if he loses it all today, he can build it back up. And that is the importance of network and of forming strategic relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, the question directly posed to me was about our coverage. Right now, the Students' Loan Trust Fund, we only provide financial support to tertiary students, and we provide the support to those pursuing diploma and degree programs. But as part of what we have been tasked to do, as part of a revamped Students' Loan Trust Fund, we have been asked to explore how we can extend that coverage potentially to cover postgraduate students. It won't be overnight. It's going to be in increments. The 3 years preceding my taking over as the Chief Executive Officer of the Student Loan Trust Fund was characterized by some significant challenges. Enough that even students that we approved for loans were unable to give them funding. This year, I'm happy to say that we will be able to give loans to every student that has been approved, and for me, that's a start. In subsequent years, we would pilot the Student Loan Plus initiative, and then we will then hope that we can make financial resources available for postgraduate students. Again, it will be a missed opportunity. The Student Loan Trust Fund details about 12 funding sources for us. Right now, we bank mostly on 3. One, Get Fund. Second, 1% communication service tax. And then the other is the repayment. Since everyone is asking Honorable for money today, the other funding sources say we can take money from philanthropists. So I'll be happy to get some money to support so we can extend coverage. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the gentleman who asks if you lose all your money today, what will happen? You know, the answer is simple. When you are into business, although you take risk, you should always make sure that you have reserves. You should have reserve. You don't put all the money in. Let's say you have 100 cedis profit. You can plow back about 60 into the business and save the 40. So if your business collapses, you can fall on your savings to start life again. But if you think you are making money and you take the risk and put everything in, if something goes wrong, you lose everything. Again, even if you lose everything, you still have to start. How you started to build the business. You don't have to give up in life than to go down and start from a lower level again and build it. I'll give you one example. In 1992, I was in Ghana here supporting MPP. I was a young man at the age of 32 making good money. When we lost the election, I stayed in Ghana for 8 months. When I went back to America, my landlord had taken my office. I was also going through divorce. I had one car. I still went back on the street. That is when I decided to go to university. I went to university at the age of 33. Okay? So I went back driving taxi and going to school in the evening. If you look at where I got to and my business collapsed with politics and everything, and I had to start life, I didn't give up. I started driving taxi again and going to university. And here we are today. So, and never think that in business, your business will flourish for the rest of your life. No. There will be bad days, bad months, bad year. If I tell you what I'm going through, you have no idea. Yesterday I was telling somebody, I was making $69,000 a month after taxes from co-stores that I rent. Today, I rent only one co-room, which is $28,000 a month. But I'm surviving. Why? Because I planned that I anticipated that such times could happen. That is why I'm surviving. So it's never going to be smooth. And because it's never going to be smooth, you should always cushion yourself by saving whatever revenue or income that you make. The gentleman here, to tell you the truth, if you want to go on strike, your strike will not bear fruit because the size of this country and the size of our health sector cannot accommodate 30,000 lab technicians. You are sending me a message, and the message is simple. That, you see, it answers the gentleman's question again. The one who said he wants to be an engineer. If we produce 100,000 engineers, and the economy cannot take 100,000 engineers, if you don't have knowledge about other areas, what will happen to you? This is the same situation he has. But because he has experience in other disciplines, what I'll tell you is, young man, if you are not getting job from health sector, my brother, I'm not insulting you. You can even start something small. Yes, anything that you do to keep you busy. And because of the knowledge you have acquired, if my mother is selling kenke and I decide to sell kenke, because of my level of education, I'll be able to improve on what she does or what she's doing. So don't stay home and wait for Ghana to employ all the lab technicians. I've gone around the hospitals in this country, and government cannot accommodate the youth. So whilst you are here, you can learn other things as well. My son gave somebody 2,000 cedis for plantain chips, and you have no idea how the guy has built the business. And don't think of your degree. If the degree is not bringing money, look elsewhere and do something. So I'll give you my number, and when you call me, I'll give you more ideas. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, long story short, innovate or die. You either innovate or you die. We are bringing the entire session to an end. We have gotten to the moment we'll do some small presentations. We will start off with, please hold on for me. We will start off with a presentation to Reverend Engineer Graham, and sincerely, even before some of the students came in to sit down, Reverend was already here. He came in, waited for us, and has sat through till the end of the session. We want to say we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Short notice, you still came. You've done this with us. We are glad you were able to inspire us. A little presentation to you, and would invite the executives of the Ghana National Union of Technical Students to do that. And so, Mr. President, with your entourage, you want to help us do this presentation. A round of applause for the President, please. Oh, put your hands together for the President. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The number you're calling is busy. Please try.
Thank you very much, Reverend Engineer. We'll do the next presentation, and that will be going to Doc from Student Loan. Doc, thank you. Thank you. I remember when we reached out to Doc, she had agreed to come even before she requested for a letter, and that shows how passionate she is even about students. Also, a round of applause for Doc. Thank you so much for doing this for us. Can we have the presence of Sadiq Abubakari and then Joshua Tete to help us do the presentation, please? Honorable Sadiq Abubakari and Honorable Joshua Tete, kindly help us do this presentation. Put your hands together for them even as they come. Put your hands together for them. Put your hands together for them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll do the next presentation, and we'll be giving that out to Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. By the way, there's a gentleman, Roxanne Obeng. He says I should tell you that he's watching you. Roxanne Obeng. Right. So, Honorable, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inspiring us. Thank you so much for the words that you have given to us. I have learned something. I have taken some notes. I want to believe that everybody here has also captured some things. And we pray that we will visit the other schools. If you have the time, you will join us to inspire the nation at large. And so thank you very much. Doing this presentation will be the Vice Chancellor together with the CEO of Campus Style and then the President, Ghana National Union of Technical Students. You want to join again to do this presentation to the Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong. I like that Pompoko, so
okay, and he said and yebe PM ewa Accra Technical University. School for and Honorable Ken Agyapong and Penifo Bebre and a Beshia Omodi and Komo at the far. Omo Summit, Omia, friend, Eminence Summit and Exhibition. And no Tech Eminence Summit and Exhibition, and Omo ewa Accra Technical University. And to say that Utieno, Honorable Ken Agyapong as Keynote Speaker, or no, and on this school for no to train Komo, and or then a life story, a church who said here, or shall say his humble beginning, Ebedu Samrea, or no so Wababe, or the 4 entrepreneur, one pro nipa over 7,350 employees are Honorable Ken Agyapong and on Accra Technical University students in Attraction and Komo Ama said the Jumediano at Sie Ewa Aha. Enti Osha Jumediano and Pompo so in the Abana Rea. They say the school for no Anna Oma Bejna Omoha say on my presentations at Yama Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong na to see them say you're about to the end and this enti said the Jumadi no e call ya na said the yina yati ase no na mepɛ sɛ me ne nkurɔfoɔ baako mmienu bi bɛdi nkɔmmɔ. First person me ne bɛtwetwe nkɔmmɔ ɛyɛ lawyer Kwaku Amodate. Oye General Manager Emma Ken City Media Limited. Ono anso ana osaye the official spokesperson for Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong. Lawyer Agyapong bedru Accra Technical University, the Tech Eminence Exhibition and Summit. Honorable Ken Agyapong as the keynote speaker. One school for no Eddie Nkomo. Impression for the whole program.
Yo, me da CP Albeso Menyasa Kwenye. Say I have been here from the beginning and till the end of the closing of the program. And then Onoba Kumbrekwe Japan, the Kasa Ebuno, Oye Krana, I was saying actually, if you say watch technical university students, you know, how they can be themselves through innovations, through technology, through inventions. Na omode asesa wo bra no matter bibi wo bra bomu nobody abo mo busia no de abo wo ho any Ghana man gina enti ene Honorable Ken like always no or you saw one life as a case study what he has gone through in life and while Onyame afa no free in the more France embassy there no Honorable Ken are making it plain everywhere he goes using his life as a case study, you know, or they are a practical example to the students. I'm an no school for anymore. Obiani Aji, Etinelo program now very interesting, and I need Jama Obia. Etiakwe by the Australian answer if in the gospel, which is having a goal, having objectives, having a strategy, having a plan, and then having an activity in life. And with all this, that is the gospel. And we also have about the 7 principles: the integrity, with the humility, the cooperation, focus, foresight, and the account. What say is we are say by number 1, I was also me. Number 2, I was also building relationship with a Nipa. Now we are Juma crowd now. We the Nipa na ye. Entifa ho brasie, nyamisro, enen to wasie, ebobra. Yemfa libre, yemfa basa, emobra, esaju sakra. Etine de Ken wakani nyina. I think Ochirechi so ye Kumasi Technical Friday, Kumasi Technical University. And also here we come, and all of Baba, you said that the all year they say Ochirechi and Mabruno how to fish. He's not giving them fish. And on Mawamunam, Ochirechi Kwaya Fasu Egu Asau, Eyinam, making them fishers of innovation, entrepreneurship, and productivity. Okay, that's it.
Lawyer Kwaku Amodate, Anna Otene Kano, and Mr. Kaminia Robert Nsuaha, or half an opaco is the program in area. We're impression of the program to say.
Oh, the BBA come. And the way you know, students by Omesha Hama, now any pan or banner or Benio Becasa, Honorable Kennedy, Ohene Agyapong, the next president of Ghana. No Bano Mabagasa and say enthusiasm very high. And Mom wants some small at the photo. Yeah.
Minia Robert Suna, Minene Edi and Komo, Ewo, aha, na Mepese Mene School for Ebedi Komo Accra, Sede, and Jumadena, Ekwaso, Ewo, Accra Technical University. What's your name?
I go by the name Judith.
What's your name? Judith. Oh, okay. Judith, your impression so far, I saw you and your colleague sitting from early morning till now. What is your impression? Honorable Ken Agyapong, several speakers spoke to you. Did it meet your expectation for today?
Yes, please, it did.
So what is your takeaway?
Okay, so for me, I'm also an entrepreneur. I make shoes and I've learned a lot. I don't need to sit there when I'm making a business. I need to take it out there for everybody to know my business. And I need to work hard too.
So, would you say that this summit has added something to what you knew before?
Yes, a whole lot.
All right. Thank you very much. That's my dear Judith. Okay, so I have one of my sisters here. She's also been here since morning. What's your impression so far?
All right, so far we actually had an incredible time here.
So we all came here for the Tech Eminence Summit. And of course, from the onset, students were actually very keen in meeting Honorable Kennedy. And I'm telling you, it's been an awesome experience because at the end of the day, we've all taken one or two information home, something very important, especially about entrepreneurship. And I'm telling you, even I here, I've actually taken notes home and I'm going to work with it.
So what's your key takeaway?
Key takeaway is, as an entrepreneur, you should know that you have downfalls. All right, so when you fall, you should make sure you network. You network very well. You stay focused. And then he gave us some acronyms. The acronym stood for yes. I took that also, and I'm sure everyone also did so. It's been an awesome time.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, I still have some of the students. I see Miss Akwaba. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, your name?
My name is Ayete Ruth Amima.
Your name again?
Ayete Ruth Amima.
Ruth. Oh, okay. Ruth, what's your general impression so far about the Tech Eminence Summit and the exhibition?
I would say it was such an honor to meet Honorable Ohene Agyapong, to have one-on-one experience on how he, shared his story and everything. It was such a great experience.
Okay. All right. Let me also speak to my other sister. Hi, what's your name? Ishraba. Okay, so your general impression so far about the program today, taking into consideration Honorable Ohene Agyapong and other speakers, what did you take out of the program?
Okay, so I think it's good if you have individuals who are technical based and theory based. It will help in the improvement of the country.
Okay. So, has it added anything to you?
Yeah, of course. It has improved me and then motivated me a lot.
What have you taken out?
Yeah, so personally, I'm into fashion. So I think if I improve more on my technical skills, it will help me a lot.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
All right. Yeah, that's why we are Accra Technical University. Yedi and Komo Afa ene Tech Eminence Summit and Exhibition I be PMU Accra Technical University. I say and the program ni nyina ebeba na re mamefa aseda kese ema production crew ni nyina headed by Kweku Amodate Esquire, General Manager for KCT Media Limited. Aseda kese nkoma akak, aseda nkoma Emmanuel Ofe, aseda nkoma Emmanuel Adomako, aseda nkoma Kwesi Nensen, na aseda nkoma Elikem, aseda kese nso nkoma Bentay, aseda nkoma Dr. Moses Okai, and then the team Father Max, Barnabas, and all the technical crew nyina. Ejando Aena Justice and so I'm sure MCR Emamo Asida Kese Enkoma Obi Boy Production nyina Meswa and the meeting which I be the Albert Tasmani. Yet if you are Accra Technical University and at the brow, now make out said the next stop no Kumasi Technical University on Friday. Honorable Ohene Agyapong school for Kumasi Technical University so ebedi nhyiamu na wakotete mofra no ebedu se honorable best around si nyina awie no yenim se Ghana mabunu omhyebre enka hoda na empuntu ebebo mabrabo mu yada wase se ode ofidie no to na 2 TV na uti Oman FM uti Ash FM na uti Nap Radio ene de ahadwuadie no ebesi yebesa to aso meka se samre sinu pain asase e won na 2 TV Oman FM Ash FM ana Nap Radio menu afidie no fi ha ene maba bebre e wo ha ye de bremo menko ba bia.
He never expected you to tell. Exhibit A. Ken Ohene Agyapong, Ghana's evidence of transformation. The author Kweku Amodate Esquire, coming soon. One man, one mission, one legacy. The journey, the fire, and the truth. The 3 P's: power, purpose, and patriotism. The story they never expected you to tell. Exhibit A. Ken Ohene Agyapong, Ghana's evidence of transformation. The author Kweku Amo Date Esquire. Carmen